Every week, Popcast Brothers Unleashed. Facts unfiltered, hype increase. Unleashed, breaking through the screen. Living in chaos, creating the dream. This is where rage and truth collide, so hold on tight. So hold on tight. I got that drive in me, for the life of me. Stand truly thankful for the fans I see. Talking to people of all types, making the chat hype. The more united we are, the higher we all fly. Got that drive in me, for the life of me. Stand truly thankful for the fans I see. Talking to people of all types, making the chat hype. The more united we are, the higher we all fly. Unleash, breaking through the screen. Living in chaos, creating the dream. This is where rage and humor collide. So hold on tight. My brain starts igniting when Shane starts writing. God placed us in this fight and to speak and enlighten. Lights dim, the chat starts to grin. The stream is live and buffering. But this show is about to begin. So sit down and buckle it in.
You know what the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live!
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee you, a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
Day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
I really do believe that together we can accomplish anything.
Because we'll never stop learning and we'll never stop growing.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done. Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
It has made us brothers.
I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time.
you've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
If you would be free men, then you must fight to fulfill that promise. Let us cut out their living guts
1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
This is your time. Seize the day.
Never surrender.
Victory or death. So come on then! Take it!
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
All right, let's fly! My name is the Lord. When I
Tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take
our Independence Day. You, the people, have the power. The power to create machines. The power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful. To make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world.
We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina. Energy to do our thing, get your camera. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go!
Yeah! My name is Brian, that is Shane, that is John. You are watching Not the Brain Show. The Popcast Brothers Live and Unleashed. We have finally reconnected our channels. And you know what? It made sense because the Brain Show was Brian and Shane. But you know what? We have a third brother now, and his name is John.
Exactly. We had Braytac in the intro. This has made us brothers.
That's right. So we are the Popcast Brothers, and this is Live and Unleashed every Saturday at 10. My name is Brian. Shane, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. I love the rebrand name. Brian and I had a long talk about it, and Brain was a really cool idea, but we really are the Podcast Brothers, and I don't know why we would hide our light under a bushel. So let's bring it to you all.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Brian, Shane, John. Let's have a great show.
And Johnny, how you doing today, brother?
I am doing very well, mate. Yeah, I am. I've relaxed today. I've done the gym, and now I'm ready to go insane on this show today.
All right.
Lots to talk about.
All right.
And I've got my freaky naughty on, mate.
Yes.
I've got my freaky naughty on.
Yes. And speaking of which, thank you for bringing that up, John.
You're welcome.
If you want to support this wonderful show, whatever its name may be, you can go over to mixtees.com. Right there. There it is. Mixtees.com has all your most awesome merch from all your greatest fandoms and YouTubers. But specifically, that shirt is part of our Freaky Naughty Members Edition, and you can get it right here. Use coupon code either Popcast or Brain. Both get 10% off. And get your Freaky Naughty shirt today and support the show. All right, we've paid the bills. A lot going on today. Well, first and foremost, Spider-Man is right around the corner. And while I would love to just, talk about the trailer and nerd out on how fun and cool it was, there's something going on. There's something in the ether that needs to be spoken about. And that's the fact that Sadie Sink is not Jean Grey, and she is not the villain. And there's so many factors there, and we're going to prove it. And we're going to discuss it. Additionally, we will watch the new trailer, but that's the first topic of the day. Also, we're talking about Lanterns. The Lanterns trailer just dropped. So much better than the first one. Can't wait to watch that with you and discuss it. And, of course, Stargate is right now, or yesterday, was at Comic-Con with the flyover. We have the video. Dial the Gate covered it. Dave from Dial the Gate. It's great. We're going to watch that. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss the future campaign. And what is new? What's happening with it? Because, is it stalling out a little bit? I don't think so. But we'll discuss that, Also,
we also got some updates on San Diego Comic-Con. Stuff going on there, which Lanterns is part of. But we got a whole rundown of all the good stuff going on down there.
Yeah, also the Spaceballs cinematic universe, which was just revealed at Comic-Con. Yeah, the Spaceballs cinematic universe. One of my favorite part of that is where it says Spaceballs the Snyder Cut, which is great.
It's hilarious. I haven't heard Rick Moranis talk in like 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? And like the first thing out of his mouth made me laugh my ass off.
Right.
He's great.
Yeah, he's great. We're gonna see his little speech too. And then also Blade Runner 2099.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How good that
TV
looks,
series. The streaming series.
Yeah.
Some IPs, sci-fi specifically, and westerns, I think, really need a series to tell the story correctly. Like, I don't think Dune, unless you really commit to like a 6-movie run, you really can't tell the story of Dune in 2.5 hours, right?
No way.
And every time they've tried, they've like spectacularly failed. So I think some things need like a mini series to tell the story, like Foundation, which was the Isaac Asimov series. When I heard they were making that in a movie, I was a little bummed out, and I was like, that's not gonna work. And then it switched from a movie to a series, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's better. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, that didn't work.
I think Blade Runners as a series is a good idea.
Yeah,
if they can get it right, and they've got Michelle Yeoh in it, which she's always great, and she's playing a replicant. The question is, did they get the lead right in this?
Right. I'm not sure about that, but we'll talk about that. But that's the show. That's where we're at. So before we start, though, we have a couple starting super chats. First off, thank you everyone for being here. You are awesome. Okay, great people.
Thank you. Yes.
From Christy for $1.99. I love Unleash Us. Awesome. Thank you, Christy.
Yeah, come on, Christy.
And then from Sons and Shadows Cast, my brother Jeff, go check out his channel. He says, we had a Blade Runner TV show back in 1999. It was called Total Recall 2070. Okay.
That's right.
All right. So thank you guys for that. I think we should jump right into it, unless you have something else to say before we go.
Nada. This is your moment to shine, brother. This is your moment.
Yeah.
Give us some
rock
backdrop.
and roll, my friend. Rock and roll.
Why are we talking about that?
Well, now I'm feeling pressure. I don't like that.
Go wild, mate. Go wild. Swing for the fences. Do it.
Let me take the pressure off you and just remind people that Spider-Man does come out next week. And I noticed somebody earlier said they got their tickets already. Brian has his tickets. I have my tickets. John, do you have your tickets to Spider-Man?
No, I'm booking them this week.
John is booking his tickets this week. So yeah, everybody's going to go see Spider-Man. Brian and I were talking about this. We're going to talk about Spider-Man and the whole thing. And he's got this wonderful thing that he came up with. You know, sometimes Brian just pulls stuff out of his butt and you wonder, where the heck did that come from? But he had such an amazing take on this whole, you know, in the face of the onslaught of the public, of the world screaming at him, he said, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sadie Sink is not Jean Grey.
Yeah.
He
stood his ground. He stood his ground with his Marvel t-shirt on.
Yeah.
And he kept going.
After Shane committed me to $1,000 bet, he's like, I think you're going to be great, bro.
You committed yourself. I was so shocked. I'm like, why would you do that?
No, with Gary from Neurotic.
Yeah.
Well, I just said, look, I just wanted to be clear with Gary. Like, because when he did it,
I love that. I love the way you went. I love the way you went. Oh, it's the other half of the brain show. Shane here. I'm paraphrasing here, but pretty much, I'm sure Brian will take that bet.
No, here's the thing: is like Brian is the one who posted it originally, right? He posted that he was betting $1,000, and I'm like, and Gary's like, I'll take that bet, and I'm like, okay, hold on a second here. I need to make this very clear that I'm not involved because A, I don't have that kind of money, and B, Gary was serious. So I'm just saying. But yeah, you guys, if you Spider-Man's coming next week, so we're going to talk about the movie itself, but we're going to talk about Brian's amazing, which it's looking like he's going to be right. At least everything's pointing that direction. I know we're going to talk about it more, but Brian, I just wanted to pat you on the back, take the pressure off. You did a good thing here, brother.
Well, now that you're saying I'm right, now I'm starting to worry about my $1,000 bet because
don't nerve up, mate. Don't go for it, my friend.
Here's the thing. I would not claim victory unless I was pretty certain.
Gotcha.
And everything is pointing. I mean, even Kevin Feige, in something he put out, basically says that she can't beat Jean Grey.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm kind of like, I think you're gonna make your money here, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make my money too. But of course, we don't know yet. And when I say make my money, it's because I bet on Khaleesi or whatever it's called, some stupid predictive betting app thing.
I feel like this is the destruction of our culture, but go ahead.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's horrible.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've ever used it, but I needed to find a predictive market that I can bet on for something where everyone's wrong, but I know I'm right. And this was the only one. Marvel, Sadie Sink cast as the next Jean Grey. And here's the deal. The news of Jean Grey and when it came out is very suspect. It came out in 2014 is when it was released, or when it was scooped that that Sadie Sink was playing Jean Grey. This is very important to understand here. In 2014, it was by Jeff Snyder. You can find him here on the Ins Schneider. He said Sadie Sink is the front runner to play X-Men hero Jean Grey in the MCU. This was before X-Men. I'm sorry, before Spider-Man. He wasn't talking about Spider-Man. He was talking about the X-Men.
Which makes sense. She looks like her.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to subscribe to read the entire thing, but you can find this article somewhere else. Anyways. Okay, so on this, let me show the audience. This is the Ins Schneider, where he said in 2014, Marvel's X-Men movie, he said the frontrunner to play X-Men hero Jean Grey would be Sadie Sink. That was in 2014. This is important because this is where the rumors started. This is a scooper. He has a 38% win rate, which is not bad.
Did he really just call his thing the Ins Schneider?
He did. The Ins Schneider.
All right. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, now in 2000, that was in 2009. Did I say 2014?
2014.
Yeah, I meant 2024. I apologize.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she was really young.
Sorry, I meant 2024.
Got it.
In 2024, he said that the rumor was that she'd be playing Jean Grey. Now, this is important because I'm giving you the timeline here. In 2025, when Spider-Man movies started to get some buzz, when Brand New Day got buzz, and Sadie Sink had joined the team, this is from Deadline. And on Deadline, it says Stranger Things, Sadie Sink joins Tom Holland in next Spider-Man movie, 2025. And it says, and this is the important part. It goes, Tom Holland, blah, 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 blah. Popular IP sources tell Deadline that Stranger Things, Sadie Sink is set to join the sequel from Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios. And then a little bit, scroll a little down, it says, as far as who Sink will be playing, the prevailing theory is that she'll be introduced as X-Men character Jean Grey.
The prevailing theory. Right. Now, theory is the key word here.
Right. Now, this is important. So, Jeff Snyder in 2024 said that she'll be playing X-Men's Jean Grey. And then Deadline, when they get the scoop that Sadie Sink is going to be in Brand New Day, they connect Jeff's theory with Brand New Day and say she's going to play. The rumor is she'll be playing Jean Grey, but that just fueled the fire. Now here's the important part, because quite literally a week later, a week after that Deadline article in March 2025. What happened? Oh, our boy Jeff Snyder, right here, says actually she won't be playing Jean Grey. It's more likely that she'll be playing Mary Jane. Okay.
So one of the things that bothers me about these insiders is that they don't explain why they've changed their mind. In most cases, they don't give you that. They just are like, "Trust me, bro." And that bothers me a little bit. So anyways, he doesn't give a reason why, right?
Well, he does lay out a little bit of a case as to why she can't be playing Jean Grey. And that instead she'll be playing a version of Mary Jane from his sources, you know.
Right.
When I say sources, he might have sources.
No, he does.
But it also might be these also might be confirmation bias sources. These might not actually be people in the crew or whatever, you know.
Well, here's the thing. So I want to be real clear here. The sources, 99% of the time, sources, and this is what Snyder is happening here with him and a lot of people, including Gary, who Kenneth LaRoque put up a thing here. Gary isn't going with that. He's going through a former insider. This is true. We've talked to Gary about this. And the thing is that these insiders, they are even fooled. So they're usually somebody attached to the production in some way, but even they don't know, right? So in the case of this situation, we were told that, and this is why I can understand why, that the character's name was actually being called Jean during production. So this is why a lot of these insiders went all in on her being Jean Grey. But the problem is they weren't close enough to the inside to know the truth. So even they're guessing based on what they're seeing, right? They don't necessarily have all the information. So these insiders may have insider information, but they don't have all of the facts. They just have tangential suggestions or guesses from these insiders, actually.
Right. Right. And I don't know what Gary told the public exactly, but like,
well, if Ken's saying that, then he must have said quite a bit.
Well, yeah, and from what we gathered from Gary, it's also that there's a case to be made as to where that can't be the case that it's Jean Grey. I mean, sorry, there's a case to be made where that was just a nickname and not her actual character.
But let me tell you this: what a mind-bending nickname that feels very intentional, that feels like almost like the studio would have liked to get this rumor out there, which, hey, marketing, right?
Right.
So it's worked.
Right.
The whole world seems to think that she's Jean Grey.
Okay, so here's the timeline so far. In December 2024, Sadie Sink may be Marvel's Jean Grey. In March 2025, Sadie Sink joins Spider-Man. Deadline, Sadie Sink might be playing Jean Grey. The internet, Sadie Sink is definitely playing Jean Grey. And in the original source, Jeff Snyder, actually, she's not Jean Grey. But everyone ignored that part. Okay, so now he thinks that saying that she's going to be playing Mary Jane. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Which that is one of the characters that they would hide from us.
Right.
So it makes sense that she could be Mary Jane. The whole problem with this thing is they're hiding the character name, which means it has to be someone important.
Right.
And I have my own. I believe I know who it is, but go ahead.
Okay, it gets better.
What's the age difference between Tom Holland and Sadie Sink?
I think Tom's older, but not much. Let me find out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, because the Mary Jane thing, can't work if there's a massive age gap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If he's like 20 years old.
Tom is 30, but Sadie Sink is 24. So, I mean, you could get away with it.
Okay,
He
you
looks-
get away with it.
They treat him, obviously, he's a 30-year-old that just played a 19-year-old in the Odyssey. So.
Right. Okay, so now a month later, or a couple months later, in May 2025, Mayday Parker enters the chat. Mayday Parker is a character in a Spider-Man character. And okay, now Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic, which is his podcast, he discusses that Sink could be playing Mayday Parker, but she's definitely not Jean Grey. And in that same discussion, in the same exact podcast, Jeff identified Mr. Negative as the likely villain.
Interesting.
Okay. So here's a question. Do you think that they would hide the fact that she's Mayday Parker? I don't feel like they would. I don't think that's a hide. That's a hide character.
Yeah,
Mary Jane, they definitely would. And
Mary Jane, yes.
Mr. Negative, that could be. Are they riffing off of the PlayStation game?
Well, they might be hiding her character not because of who she's playing, but because of who the villain is playing. They might not want the people to know.
Mayday Parker would give away.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
But who knows? I don't think she's Mayday Parker, by the way, guys. Okay.
I don't think so either.
I'm just telling you the timeline. Okay.
Yeah. No,
so
fair. We're digesting it with you.
Right. Okay. So then in that same month, Sci-Fi. Yeah, Sci-Fi.com. Sci-Fi.com put out an entire huge article about all the characters that she can be playing. And what happened is they basically said, well, because Tom Holland is married to Zendaya and she's MJ Watson, she's probably not going to be playing Mary Jane.
I agree with that.
And they go into the Doomsday concept, where it completely makes sense that maybe she could be playing Firestarter. But all these things that they lay out in this article, they basically debunk a little bit, or they throw away a few paragraphs later when they go, but she's probably playing Jean Grey. Again, though, this article was passed around the internet like it was the Bible. Okay.
Well, I think the answer's in this article. So if I had $1,000 like Brian does, I would bet it all on Rachel Summers.
Right.
I thought you said she was playing Zendaya because it's underlined at the top. Sorry.
She's playing Zendaya, who's playing MJ. I got it.
Okay. Then the Rachel Cole Alves theory starts to grow. And I want you to know every one of these theories was egged on by Jeff Snyder, because he was he
started this whole mess.
He was like the messiah of the Sadie Sink trilogy or whatever. And so when these things would come up, he would retweet, he would share, he would comment on it, and that would add fire to these individual theories. And after set photography allegedly showed Sink in tactical clothing like Rachel Cole, fans started theorizing whether she could be playing Rachel Cole, which was a former Marine and Punisher ally, basically a sidekick to Frank Castle as the Punisher, right?
Why would that be hidden?
I don't know.
Right. I don't see why that you would hide that. I mean, obviously,
unless she's being controlled by Mr. Negative, and that's a big part of the plot.
But the character, there's no reason why the Punisher's sidekick would be being controlled. We wouldn't know that in advance. We wouldn't hypothesize that.
Okay, then a little bit later, someone said there was a report that she, and this is an interesting report, she was getting an interview outside of a completely different production by I think it was Deadline, and basically in the interview they were talking about that movie she was working on, and then they talk about her role is coming up, and based on what she says, they go, well, she's probably that means that she'll be in Secret Wars, not Doomsday, Secret Wars. And so then they just sort of tacked on to the end of that article that she'll also be playing in Secret Wars. You know what the internet did with that information? Sadie Sink, 5-picture movie, Jean Grey.
Which, okay, I understand the leap to logic.
5-picture deal, right.
But they've totally missed the mark on something here. But go ahead. We'll talk about that.
Right, and this one, yeah, and all of a sudden people are like, well, see, Deadline confirmed she was Jean Grey. But no, Deadline didn't confirm anything. In fact, Deadline said it was a rumor. But what they didn't do well is they didn't give you any context to that Secret Wars reporting. They didn't give you any. They front-loaded the rumor stuff without giving you any of the stuff afterwards, or at the very bottom of the article that said this is all just a rumor and there's no confirmation of who she's playing. And the internet, being ADHD, just reads the headlines and the first couple of lines, and they just go, "That's it, she's Jean Grey." Yeah, they start foaming at the mouth. Here's the problem, though: the character is still to this day unnamed. Now, is it possible she's playing Jean Grey? I think it's possible. Anything's possible.
I don't think it's possible.
But I don't think so.
I don't think it's possible. And I got one really good reason why. Go ahead.
So here's the here's a short chronology as we are right now. Jean Grey, Sadie Sink, front runner to play Jean Grey. Then, not Jean Grey. Definitely Mary Jane. Then, maybe not Mary Jane. Maybe Mayday Parker. Then, probably not Mayday Parker. Let's go back to Jean Grey. This was all from the same source, Jeff Snyder. Now
that was getting the most traction. I get it. And listen, because there's no accountability from insiders, and if what Gary was being told is true, and I'm sure what Gary said was true as far as he believes, but if what he was being told by his insider is true, then I totally understand why everybody thinks his character is Jean Grey.
Right.
The problem is when you logically, and I'm not saying Hollywood is always logical, but I do trust the Russo brothers, and I trust Kevin Feige to go with what he's saying, then it can't be Jean Grey, because Kevin Feige himself said that the X-Men would be basically reboot a new younger audience following, I think he said Secret Wars would introduce a new,
which makes sense, because Secret Wars is going to be the Battle World storyline, which means it's basically Marvel's version of New 52. It's basically their version of resetting the universe.
And because we know that Cyclops is in Doomsday, okay, and we know that is the original, and also
Scott
Professor
Marsden,
X.
right.
Say again?
Yeah, Scott Marsden's Cyclops and Patrick Stewart's
Professor Gray. We know it's the original X-Men in Doomsday. Right. So if Feige said they're not going to be bringing in the younger generation of X-Men, redoing them until after Doomsday is over, then there's no way Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey in Spider-Man, which is leading up to Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no way she's introduced. But if you want to take this whole Doomsday storyline, what do we know Doomsday is doing? He's stealing the children.
We don't know that. Yep. We don't know that.
Well, okay. If we watch the end credit of the Avengers or the Fantastic Four, then it surely appears that he's stealing their baby.
It appears that he's gone. Yeah, he takes Franklin.
And we'll just follow if you just follow the logic on that, then
the teasers. So let me explain where Shane's coming from here. So the end credit of Fantastic Four was Doomsday, with Franklin Richards, and then we get the little teasers. Remember? And the first teaser was Captain America driving a really cool motorcycle, and gets to his house and he walks into the room that's clearly a baby's room, and he's like fondling baby clothes, and that's pretty much the teaser. And then the next teaser was Chris Hemsworth's Thor holding his daughter's hammer and saying a prayer to Odin, looking distraught. And then the next one was the X-Men one, where Cyclops literally crashes out all over the screen, and just, I mean, these are, it just feels like these are reactions to
losing a child,
a child timeline of some sort. So we suggested back then, perhaps Doomsday, from what we've seen, is, you know, basically collecting these cosmic children, like Thanos collected the Infinity Stones.
Can I just add to that? Just add to that as well? Online, and I looked at it earlier, Rachel Summers is considered a multiversal anomaly.
Yep.
So that ties in with the fact that, yes, if somebody wanted them for some reason that was power, there's a link there, then yeah, that's why she would be taken.
Incursion creating kids. Ready? We know Doomsday has incursions. So James, Captain America's kid, like James, Jimmy, whatever his name is. He should not exist. He only exists because Captain America decided to stay in 1950 something and make babies with Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
That created his child. That child is now out of time. He is a cosmic anomaly. He should not exist. That's number one. Thor's kid, Love, right? From Love and Thunder. She was created by Eternity. She should not exist. She is literally a cosmic anomaly. Rachel Summers and the Phoenix Force is a cosmic anomaly. If they do have a child, which I'm assuming the 52-year-old Cyclops has a kid by now with his long wife, Jean Grey, guess what? The only reason those two even exist is because Wolverine sent his consciousness back to the 50s or whatever,
70s,
the 70s, thank you, and Days of Future Past, and change history so that Cyclops and Jean Grey could exist again. And what do? They made Whoopi and had a child. Now Rachel Summers, once again, should not exist. And the coup de grace of this theory is Franklin Richards should not exist because they said so in the movie.
In the movie, yes.
In the movie, they said we couldn't get pregnant, and all of a sudden we got cosmic powers, and now I'm pregnant. Boom! And every one of these kids and every one of these teasers all exist with one main general tie-in. They should not exist. They're a product of time travel or cosmic nonsense.
And you don't have Doomsday in an end credit scene, basically stealing a child if you're not setting up something about that in the future. So it's pretty damn obvious. So listen, I'm all in on this being Rachel Summers.
Or Hope Summers, just to be clear.
Okay. But here's the deal. We won't see her maybe until the very end, or maybe even just an end credit scene, because as we know, they didn't shoot her for very long as far as we've been able to figure out. So she doesn't have a lot. It doesn't seem like she's going to have a large part in this movie.
Okay, so now, so they can be hiding her identity because it's literally an end credit scene, and that would be insanely ridiculous to spoil the end credit scene. You would spoil two movies at the same time by revealing her identity.
That would be bad.
But then also, they're going to be hiding the villain, Mr. Negative, because Mr. Negative is pretty popular, not just from the PlayStation game, but from the comic book run. And guess what the comic book run was called, you guys? Brand New Day. The comic book run, Brand New Day, one of the pinnacle, the main villains was Mr. Negative. Well, what's Mr. Negative's power set, everyone? Let's think. He can turn himself like negative. Sure. Yeah. So he's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Well, when he's Mr. Hyde, he has powers where he can brainwash people. He can make them do his bidding, almost like we see in the trailer. And he has he has basically the exact same power set for the things that that Spider-Man's fighting in the trailers we've seen is Mr. Negative's power set.
Ah, well, there we go.
People are like, oh, well, maybe they changed the color of the powers so that they wouldn't really give it away that it's Jean Grey. Or maybe it's not Jean Grey's powers.
It just nothing, literally nothing besides the color of this woman's hair and perhaps the name they gave her on set would indicate that could be Jean Grey, right? There's nothing else.
Right.
Other than those two ideas.
Nothing.
And the fact that Schneider came out earlier, 2 years ago and said, oh, by the way, she's Jean Grey. or suspect she will be.
So just to put more of a button on this, additionally, on top of the Mr. Negative most likely villain thing, and that's his power set is what we are seeing more likely in the trailer. Remember this, there was a bunch of set photos released that showed armored vehicles in the city. Those armored vehicles had the red demon insignia on them, the same exact, which is exactly like Mr. Negative's inner demons, and he fights a bunch of these red, ninjas or whatever. Yeah, the hand. I think that they're combining some of the hand with Mr. Negative's inner demons, and there's his. There you go. And you have a Mr. Negative, street level setting, gang imagery, all the stuff that we're looking for in a Spider-Man movie. You can get that super powered comic book movie vibe while being a street level comic book story with Mr. Negative. And because the connection to the other characters that we've already seen, it feels more like a gang fight than like a Phoenix Force. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that sounds.
By the way, I might not be verbalizing this very well. Okay, I'm pretty tired right now, but I'm telling you right now, I implore you to please, before you just like spit all over the comments. I can already hear people typing. If you're typing right now and you go, "Well, no, Deadline confirmed it. Everyone's confirmed it." I want you to go and find those confirmations because it hasn't been confirmed anywhere. And when places like, God bless their souls,
right.
new rock stars, which I do like them. I like the guys at New Rock Stars, but when every video they do, they just go, well, obviously it's been confirmed now that Sadie Singh is playing Jean Grey. I just want to shake them like they're a baby that won't stop crying and be like, stop it! It has not been confirmed.
Hey, you should not shake babies.
Don't shake babies. But here's the deal. Listen, if every one of these people just keeps saying, well, it's pretty much been confirmed now, they keep saying that, but it hasn't been. And when you repeat a lie enough, regular people that aren't paying attention just go, okay, that's the way it is.
Well, and we haven't even talked about the fact that this week Tom Holland came out and said it 100% is not her.
Right.
Okay. So now listen, I get back when we had the 3 Spider-Men and what's his name lied.
Andrew Garfield,
Yeah, Andrew Garfield lied. But listen, Andrew Garfield was like just really grateful to be in that movie, right? Tom Holland is Spider-Man and is the lead of this movie. And I can promise you one thing he does not want. People coming after him later saying, oh, that guy lied to us, right? That's not what he wants on his plate. So I don't think he would out and out lie about the fact that she's not that character. And he was demonstrative about it. It wasn't like oh no, it's not him. Listen, I'm telling you, Jean Grey's not in the movie. Okay. So it was one of those kind of things, which, okay. I mean, I guess maybe he could have lied directly to our faces.
Well, here's the problem. You're right, though. So when Andrew Garfield lied about not being in that movie, he doesn't care.
Right.
Because he's not going to be in any more Marvel movies after that.
Right.
No.
Right? He's not going to, his toes are not going to be held to the fire for Scoops.
Right.
He probably is not worried much about this film, right? As far as like, if there's going to be backlash, because he's playing a character. It's a one-off return to one of his characters.
He'd already shot it.
Right, but Tom Holland is Spider-Man for the foreseeable future,
right,
in the MCU, which means that if he lies, then no one will ever trust him again.
Amen.
And half the marketing for Spider-Man is now Tom Holland. You guys know that, right?
And he's known for blowing it. He's known for like giving up little things.
So people pay attention to him because they want tidbits. If they stop trusting him, then they'll stop paying attention to his tidbits.
Right.
So yes, if he actually just bold-faced lied, then it would hurt his brand now and in the future. And for all the free marketing they get off of every interview he does where he accidentally slips up, they can no longer do that again.
Right.
It would be ridiculously stupid to lie at this point.
And not saying that it couldn't be. I mean, we may show up next week. Here's what's funny. We show up at next week's show. She's Jean Grey, right? Everything's in our face. It's some sort of multiverse weirdness that's pushing Secret Wars 2 years down the road.
Madeline Pryor? Chat. Please chat. Tell me if you know who Madeline is, okay?
Let's say again.
There's a way that we're all wrong and right at the same time.
I don't like those movies.
Someone in the chat, please tell me if you know who Madeline Pryor is, okay? Because there's a way that we are all wrong and right at the same time.
It's too much, Brian. It's too much.
All right.
Can I just say what Brian was saying a few minutes ago about the fact that it sounds like street level, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff? I'm all in for that. That's exactly what I want. The downside of it is, as I've said before, why the flipping hell do we have to have Ned and Zendaya MJ back in it? You know, just kind of, I thought we were moving forward after the last one. It really did look like it. It was going neighborhood Spider-Man thing. That's just an extra load of gumph.
I'll tell you why.
Okay, guys, this is Madeline Pryor, okay?
Wait, hold on. Just to answer John's question before you go back to it, it's because of the female audience. They feel like without a love interest for Spider-Man, that the women won't care. And so they got to have that tension between him and Zendaya. And of course, Ned is who Zendaya is going to talk to during the movie, since she doesn't know who he is. That's it.
Okay, that's a good point. By the way, everyone is tired of Ned and Zendaya's character.
Oh yeah,
like look,
tedious.
You can pepper them in, but at no point is anyone thinking that's like okay. Sorry to go off on this tangent, but they go, oh, Sadie Sink is going to be in Secret Wars. That's cool. That doesn't mean she's playing a significant role. Remember, Ned was in Infinity War, was in Endgame. he was in Endgame for a minute, right? Yeah. Not a significant role. Anyways, so there's a way we're all wrong and right at the same exact time, and that is this character, Madeline Pryor, who is a super sexy Jean Grey meets Scarlet Witch baddie, right? In every sense of the word baddie. Now, this is how we're wrong and right, and I'll explain.
Marvel are never going to do that character like that on.
Well, yeah, no, they're not going to.
I wish they would.
They're not going to give her those amazing breasts, that's for sure. So Madeline Pryor is a supervillain who is both. All right, right. She is a clone of Jean Grey.
Okay.
Just shut up.
And the ex-love interest of and first wife of Cyclops and mother of Cable. Anyways, wait. So if Tom Holland said Jean Grey is 100% not in this movie, he could be saying that 100% true, and it's actually Jean Grey's clone, Madeline Pryor.
It would explain the confidence in she's not in this movie as well. So, yeah.
Right. So, now, would I like this?
So
No, this would be stupid.
Bro, this is so far out.
Imagine introducing a villain of a villain before you introduce the X-Men.
Right, and okay, so Jean Grey was cloned when? Okay, well, there'd be so many questions.
No, yeah, imagine introducing the clone of a character before you introduce the character.
No, no one out there ever do that. Thank you.
Right, and on that same note, though, so why would Marvel allow a Sony movie, a Spider-Man movie, to be the introduction to one of the pillars of their new X-Men?
Correct. Nope. They wouldn't.
And people go, well, why wouldn't they? Why would they? Not why wouldn't they? Why would they do that? Why would they let another company that they license the character to release another? Because then guess what? Now one of the pillars of X-Men is part of the Spider-Man canon. Like, this would not be good, a good business decision, wouldn't be a good marketing decision. In no way would it wouldn't be a good story decision. This wouldn't be a good idea unless you're a good comic book fan and you're desperate to see Jean Grey. This is not a good idea.
No.
Well
wheels
said.
within wheels, this now, isn't it?
Yes, and Lord Toth, you would need to introduce Mr. Sinister before cloning Jean Grey. So not only would you have to introduce Jean Grey, but then you would have to introduce Sinister, and then you can introduce Madeline Pryor. Madeline Pryor is a character you can release after 12 films. It would require an entire phase of movies before you can get to that film. That character.
Yeah. And listen, and one thing, like Kenneth LaRoque says something here that I think is really important. And we do this a lot when we do these shows. If you've been with us a long time, like he has, and a lot of you have, you understand that what we do is we pull back the logic, we follow the canon, we follow the history, we go with common sense of what should be done.
Right.
But we all know that these movie makers do whatever the hell they want sometimes. So it doesn't necessarily mean that because we are making sense that they will do that. So thank you, Ken, for putting that out there.
Yes, you're right. And here's my problem with this. This is why when when Gary was like, "I'll bet you $1,000 you're wrong" or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a reason I didn't message it. Didn't text him immediately and be like, "I'll take that bet, sucker." Because
it made me nervous. I'm
because
like,
there's a 10% chance that I'm wrong. Let me tell you why that 10% is. The 10% is Hollywood doing stupid Hollywood things.
Yes, that's true.
We just watched The Odyssey. Okay, a lot of stupid decisions were made in that movie. You had a guaranteed Oscar-winning billion-dollar film, but you had to make a bunch of bad ideas. And it still might be.
Even with all their bad ideas, it's probably going to be all those things.
But you had to make a bunch of bad decisions to hinder that film for some reason.
Right.
So now, even though Spider-Man is one of the most profitable characters in history, if not maybe the profitable character in history, he might be the most profitable single character in the history of comic book movies.
It's close between him and Batman.
Right. So even though that's the case, and even though Jean Grey makes no sense to be in this film because you have to jump through all kinds of hoops to get her there. Multiverse this, multiverse that. You raise more questions than you have answers. If Jean Grey does actually exist in this, remember Spider-Man is inside of our MCU proper, right? What's it called? 616, right? He's in our MCU proper. The same MCU we've been following since Iron Man 1. Spider-Man is in that universe. People think sometimes that he's in his own universe. He's not. He's in the universe with the Avengers.
Yes, he is. And also Spider-Man has made, according to AI, so I haven't cross-checked this, Spider-Man's made over $12 billion across major and solo team-up movies. Batman, 7 to 9 billion, depending on shared universe inclusions.
So there you go.
Spider-Man has made more money, according to AI.
Yeah, okay.
So
remember, though, I'll let you go. But remember, Spider-Man is in our universe. In order to bring Jean Grey into the mix, here's the questions I have now. Where the hell are the other X-Men? Where are the other mutants? Where is Charles Xavier? You need to introduce Charles Xavier before you introduce Jean Grey. Where are all the characters that have to be here for Jean Grey to exist in the first place in that universe? So she would have to be some multi-universe thing, which this is a street-level gang war Spider-Man film. And now on top of that, you introduce the Punisher as an ally, the Hulk as a subdued anti-villain, and the Hand obviously as part of that system. We haven't even seen the other bad guy, the Mr. Negative. This is a street level film with all these fantastical things going on. On top of that, you want us to buy a multiverse theory where Jean Grey shows up because there's no way she can exist in this universe. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, so I was going to say
all these things don't work. So in order for you to have Jean Grey in this film, you have to be okay with asking 5 times more questions than you would give answers in a film, and that's a recipe for disaster. Go ahead, John.
Another thing I think about what you're saying about it being Rachel Summers is, do you remember months ago they showed that clip of Cyclops where he's
Yeah.
You know, taking his goggles off. Yeah, he's doing that.
The coolest clip so far.
Yeah, so cool. The rumor was that came out of it that he's actually fighting Spider-Man in that scene. So if that is the case, what would make him rage against Spider-Man? Could it be in Brand New Day that Rachel Summers is taken and someone believes that it has made him believe that Spider-Man has caused that?
Yeah.
Possibility.
Remember, if it is Rachel Summers or Hope Summers, but someone said earlier that with Hope Summers, you got to deal with the cable thing, which I agree. So let's just stay with Rachel Summers. If it is Rachel Summers, that means that she's in a very small portion of this film, which would be hilariously internet-y, right? It would be like, it would just be an ironic internet joke that someone that is in like a minute of this movie would be getting the absolute most press for months. That'd be the most funny. And you know what? If that is the case, kudos to you, Sony. Kudos. You have led a marketing campaign that rivals Deadpool. Like, oh my God, what you have accomplished with your social score for Sadie Sink and Spider-Man is so high that theaters are sold out for the next week. I barely got one ticket in the early morning to see this movie opening day. And it's like it's in the very back corner. It's not even a good seat. And I got it early. Anyone trying to get it right now is going to be impossible. So kudos to them for running an insanely good marketing campaign. And once again, utilizing the grander MCU to their advantage, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you look at, Steve Rogers coming back in Doomsday, the trailer that just hit on, that just came out.
The grunge look.
His character, you have to have a real special reason for his character to even want to come back or need to come back. So, as someone said, if the leaks are true that Dr. Doom kills his child in front of him, that would be a good enough reason for him to find his way back.
It would also add a bunch of drama. And I think that Chris Evans is looking to do more dramatic roles. The older these action stars get, the more they realize that if they can't bring the dramatic flavor, that they're going to start losing jobs because, they got to stay in shape forever, essentially, just to keep working. I do believe that the kids are involved. And I'm not going to make that case again. But there's a reason why I almost forgot the other one. The Wakanda teaser they showed also had a kid in it, by the way, which was Black Panther's son or something like that. Yeah,
and by the way, T'Challa plays a huge role in the trailer. I mean, it's a lot of her you see, so expect to see a lot of her.
So the thing is, you guys, the first teasers they gave us for Doomsday a year before the movie came out were seemingly all about parents and children. I mean, it literally showed like Steve Rogers in like a baby's, like a child's room, like looking at his uniform. Why would we do that? Why would you walk into your baby's son's room to get your Captain America uniform? Can I tell you as a parent? Because you're going to kick some ass because someone messed with your kid. Why would Scott Summers, who is a measured leader of the X-Men and now in his 50s, why would he be losing his mind and just letting a supernova go? Because someone took his kid. Why would the god of thunder, Thor, be praying to a greater god while holding his daughter's hammer? Because someone took his kid.
I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. That's why I said it's
pretty simple to me. Yeah.
It seems like a done deal. I mean, if it's not that, bravo, Russo brothers, for totally, making something else.
Subverting expectations, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, we do believe that the kids are involved, which would make Rachel Summers a very interesting addition to this. Maybe she was thrown into the Spider-Man universe and she acts as like an end credit scene. You only really reveal that she's Jean Grey in the last couple minutes of the film. I'm sorry, Rachel Summers.
Rachel Summers.
I'm sorry. See, even I. But it would still have to be Rachel Summers. It couldn't be Jean Grey. There's no universe where Jean Grey makes any sense whatsoever.
I may go borrow $1,000 right now.
I mean, dude, Kalishi is still. You understand? The guy Kalishi is still trading at like 20 cents, which means every dollar is worth $3 in this app. And listen, I think Kalishi and all these predictive markets, I'm with Shane. These are like the bane of our society. These are right up there. Honestly, these are right up there with OnlyFans as far as like society ruining things.
Yes, I agree.
But the only website I can find where I can legally bet on this ridiculous premise was Kalishi. And for 20 cents, which means that for every dollar you put into it, you're getting $3.50 back. That's a pretty killer bet. And if you're a comic book fan and a movie fan and a comic book movie fan, and you understand all the pitfalls of casting Sadie Sink as Jean Grey in a Spider-Man Sony film, then this is like, oh my God, let me just make money on the normies.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, honestly, this Kalshi thing, like, it used to be difficult to bet on sports.
I was calling it Kalishi. It's called Kalshi, you're right.
Kalshi.
I was like, Kalishi, mother of dragons.
Yeah. You know, the fact that it used to be kind of hard to bet on sports, you know, and by the way, betting is addictive. This is making it too easy. And now you can bet on anything, like who's going to win this political race, to what do you think is going to happen in pop culture over here. This is dangerous to let people just vote, bet on anything, dude.
Can I tell you why this is super dangerous? Because people that already know the answer can bet. And when I went to bet, there's one thing that really helped me out with this, is that it did ask me my job, where I worked. It asked me a lot of interesting questions, and there had like a disclaimer on there about insider betting or whatever. But that doesn't mean people can't do it. Like if you were an extra on Brand New Day, and you literally heard Spider-Man be like, Jean Grey, an X-Men, you'd be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go.
If you bet too much, though, I think you can get in a lot of trouble, because somebody did do that. And I think they actually got in trouble for it. Like they bet like $1 million on something they knew about for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the story exactly. I think it had to do with politics, but, and somebody got like pretty boned, I think.
Yeah. I think one of the Trump sons got reprimanded by Trump.
Shocker.
But I think it was the Eric Trump got reprimanded by Trump and Dana White because he went up to the fighters during the 250 and he's like, so any injuries I need to know about? Anything going on there? How you feeling?
Like,
you feeling okay? Are you feeling like you're gonna win? Are you gonna win? Can you win this? And it was because he was like sitting there with his Kalshi app, trying to bet on who was gonna win the fight.
Come on, man! You don't need any more money. You don't need to be betting.
Yeah, come on, guys. Anyways, that's gonna conclude this. I want to know what you guys think in chat. I'm gonna do a new thing here. I'm gonna feature some of your guys' chats here. What do you guys think about this? This is the time. I'm gonna feature whatever chats are relevant to this. Why do you think Sadie Sink, and why do you think we're right and that Sadie Sink can't be Jean Grey, or why do you think we're wrong and that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey? And I'm gonna start this one with JV. Not only that, but why introduce Jean Grey as a villain? Again, it's just not a great introduction to the X-Men, in my opinion. Yes.
Good point.
Why would you introduce? That would be like, okay, in the DCU, imagine you have the Justice League, you have Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, the three pillars of the Justice League and their tangential pillars. Imagine going, we're going to make Wonder Woman, we're going to introduce her in our first movie before we introduce any other Justice League characters as the villain of the movie. Would that make any sense?
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
So listen, our chat, I did put in a poll. Who is Sadie Sink playing in Spider-Man? And it looks like for the longest time, there was a pretty close split between Jean Grey, Rachel Summers, and Mary Jane. But Rachel Summers has now just edged out everybody, 35% to 29 and 29. Madeline Pryor got 6%.
It's entirely possible also Mayday Parker, but
I just feel like they wouldn't have kept that one.
Mayday Parker is basically the daughter of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I just don't think they would have kept that secret.
I mean, they would. It would be a connection to No Way Home.
But who cares?
Well,
because Tobey Maguire's probably not in this movie.
So no, wait, he wouldn't have to be. So think about this. No Way Home did this. Whoever knew who Peter Parker was basically being sucked into our universe, right?
Yeah.
And that included, obviously, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. But you know what that also could have included? Spider-Man's daughter.
Members.
Yes, family members. They could have also been sucked in this universe. And
It just feels like you're opening up a can of worms you don't need to open
now
up. before
consider
doing
this. And you're right. No, you're right, though. But that still makes more sense than Jean Grey. But consider this. Imagine the family members get sucked in. Now, everyone else gets sent home. But she got sucked into our universe from a different part. They didn't even know she was there. So now she's sitting somewhere in a halfway home. And that's literally Mayday Parker. Like, it would be a connection to the last movie. And it would be a sort of a cool character. And it would be a character that they 100% don't want to spoil. I don't know. Just a thought.
But why? I don't know. I don't see it. Unless you're opening up a whole new Spider-Man storyline for the future.
I'm just doing what all scoopers do. I'm throwing every possibility out there so that a week from now, I can go and mine this video and call it. I'm like, see, I called it, everyone.
That is what you are, mate, is devious.
That's what scoopers do, right, Shane?
Like, they do, but they claim that they've been given some sort of inside knowledge. You're just spitball.
Okay, right, for guys, right? My sources tell me she's actually playing Rachel Summers, the daughter of Cyclops and the original Jean Grey, and it's connection to Doomsday. And wait, my sources tell me she's playing Mayday Parker. A very interesting character that we can see as a connection to the last film. Wait. My sources tell me she's playing Mary Jane, the alleged half-sister of Michelle Jones Watson's character, and will be in the love triangle of the film. Wait. My sources... Okay, I'm not going to stop. But you know what I just did there? Now, in a week, regardless of who it is, I can go and take that clip and share it on social media and have a link to this podcast, and I can get away with it. And it's gross. Right. It's gross. You know why? Jeff Snyder, I'm calling you out right now, buddy, okay? Maybe you're a good guy. I don't like the fact that you called your blog The Inch Snyder. It's douchey. But let's talk about what you said. You said that she was playing first Jean Grey. And then when the connection to Deadline made that podcast and that article popular enough for you to make money, you backtracked a little bit and said it was someone else. And then someone else. And then back to Jean Grey. I know what you're doing here. You're keeping the view train going.
Sure seems like it.
We're influencers. We make YouTube content, internet content. We know how it works. You want to stay in that vein. When you're getting that level of popularity, you got a little lucky because Deadline reported your rumor. That got a lot of eyes to that one particular theory, and you've been really pushing hard on that theory. And when that theory was starting to wane, you jumped to another one in the same vein. We know how this works. We're YouTubers. We do it.
Well, here's the deal. I'll let you go right now, John. Here's the deal, Mr. Snyder. If you're wrong, you better pray to God you're right next week. If you are wrong and it is Rachel Summers, we're coming for you, man. We're coming for you. And we are going to make you apologize, okay? Through social media, we're going to come at you if this is not Jean Grey, because you started this whole thing, okay? And you should acknowledge the fact that it was not her. Now, if it's next week and it's Jean Grey, I apologize for what I said. Wait. I'm sorry. I apologize for what I said.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting about this is, and this is, I mean, there's one thing I love about this, and I understand. I love that we're arguing about characters in film, and not politics.
Back to the past. Yeah,
I love that we're going back to arguing. Like nerds are like, no. If you look at issue number 1245, okay, yes, I love that. Oh, get deep, baby, get sweaty. I want sweaty nerds to argue about things that don't matter. That's what the internet should be. It shouldn't be people threatening each other's lives over who they voted for in the presidency or prime minister or whatever the hell, wherever you're from. It shouldn't be real life stakes. This should be fantasy. Dungeons and Dragons characters, Star Trek, sci-fi, comic book. Let's complain and argue and rant and celebrate nerd stuff that doesn't matter. That's what the internet was made for. That's what we should be doing. So if anything did this for me, it's the fact that I got to argue with passionate fans of Spider-Man and Jean Grey about why they're stupid and wrong, and I love it.
Nice. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I think you guys covered what I was going to say anyway, to be honest with you. So I don't think I've got anything else to add on that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting next week. Let's the war has begun a long time ago. It will be completed next week.
I love that.
You know,
Yep.
go to smug mode, guys. Go to smug mode.
Kenneth, I'm sorry. I really hope that we're right and we can be smug.
Yeah.
God, this is going to look bad if we're not.
Can I tell you the difference though between us and other leakers, scoopers, and pop culture enthusiasts, influencers, whatever? We will own it.
Yes.
We've been wrong, and we've owned it. What really bothers me about people like Jeff Snyder, and I'm not attacking the guy. Okay, I hate the game, not the player, and I understand the game.
Daniel RPK, we could say the same thing.
Daniel RPK, yeah. My Time to Shine, hello, which I actually do like that guy more than others.
Inside the Magic.
Inside, yeah. All these people, their job, it's their business to get you to listen, watch, and read them. They need you to do that for them to live, right? Like to them, to like not even just to prosper, just to like live. Like they require that. So when they put out these fantastical ideas with no context and just their sources are hidden, they have to put them out scattershot because they need at least one of those scattershot shotgun blast ideas to hit. And when they do, they lean on that one that was right and they hide or they delete or they ignore all the times they were wrong. And to Jeff Snyder's credibility, he has been right according to AI. And I went through his entire blog going back like 6 years. Over the last 6 years, he's been right 39% of the time. That sounds like a bad number. But Daniel RPK has been right 12% of the time. My Time to Shine, hello, 15%. Jeff Snyder is right more than a lot of these other leakers and scoopers.
But he's wrong way more often than he is right.
And that's the real answer. He's still wrong more often than he's right.
Yeah.
So even though he has a better track record than My Time to Shine and Daniel RPK and all these other people, he's also wrong more than he is right. And that's people don't ever understand that portion.
I would call us 50%. I mean, I feel like we're 50%, right? I don't know for sure, but
I mean, we only talk about stuff that we know of for sure. Like we don't make grand. When we do guess, but it's usually like we don't throw scattershot ideas out there. We are like, we're very educated on this topic. This is what we think is going to happen.
Yes, we engage on things we're passionate or think we're correct about.
Yeah, why would we engage in things we don't? Because we're not scoopers. We're not making money on the scattershot ideas.
True.
Okay, so Kenneth the Rogue says, because Spider-Man is a guaranteed success and can bring viewers to Doomsday. I got to push back on that, Ken. I don't think Doomsday needs the help.
It doesn't, but he's right that Spider-Man will make $1 billion just like it always does.
Right. It will. Andrew Benson, about my ticket for Brand New Day for the 30th advanced showing, just checked, and every showing for that day is sold out. Yes. So I was trying to show you guys, but the theater is bugged right now. I have 23 tickets. Actually, I can show you a little bit. I have 23 tickets. 23 tickets to Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's how many I have. 23.
For you.
Of those 20, of those
line
20,
across.
I'm not joking. It's 23 tickets. I can't show you all of them here because it's not loading, but there you go. 23 tickets. Upcoming tickets. The reason I have that many is because I'm taking 20 people. But 2 of those showings are for me. I'm going the day it comes out so we can review it here. I'm going to see it the next day after our initial review so that I have a very good review for Saturday, an educated review. And hopefully that review is the one where me and Shane and John get to gloat endlessly. And then I'm taking my entire youth group, because I'm a youth pastor, to see it the following Tuesday. So I'm gonna be steeped in my own filth if I'm wrong, or in my own celebratory juices if I'm right. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see for sure. I'm seeing it Thursday at 12:30, so I think I'm the second showing that's coming out. So I think the plan is right now for us to. What your showing is at what time on Thursday?
About noon.
Noon. So we're going to get out about the same time. I think we're going to do an out of theater type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then John, you're seeing it when?
I've got to book it this week, so I'm gonna make sure I've got it sorted. Hopefully, so that we can
see it before Saturday. If you can't see it by,
let us
Thursday.
know.
Yeah.
If you can see it
harder
Thursday,
for John
cool.
because John lives in a ditch across the pond. So
and also the movies tend to come out. I don't know if this one's coming out the same day. They tend to come out the day later. It makes it harder for you guys.
I'll double check it. The only thing I've had is just the cinemas where I am locally. There's been a few.
You know why we need to make sure we see this one and review it? Because outside of the fact that it's a Spider-Man movie, right or wrong, a lot of people are going to want to yell at us. So,
well, and this is the movie leading up to Doomsday.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a critical. The things that happen in this movie
got to be seen.
Are going to, be telling for the upcoming Doomsday movie. So
yeah.
So this is from Kick Knowledge Smith. I wish we just had normal names now in here, but they don't give us that anymore. My guess is Rachel, since Doom seems to be going after children of heroes. Yes, I agree. From Shezzy45, what if Jean Grey only appears in an Easter egg in the end credits? That's what we said too. That's entirely possible, but not as Jean Grey as Rachel Summers. Let me refresh this. There's another one
because they won't end credit her for Secret Wars. If there's an end credit, it's 100% Doomsday.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So
what else
she can't be in anything but Secret Wars. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what else can it be? It can't be anything else.
According to Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Okay. And someone else had a comment here about the X-Men. There it is. I say that the X-Men 97 streaming series is a standalone series outside the MCU. That's entirely possible. But they haven't said that yet. And if you look at if you look at the X-Men 97 series, then you bring it up. They did introduce Rachel Summers as a character. So, that's interesting. All right, listen, that's it, guys. That is it for this topic. We're going to move on to something else. But let us know what you think in the chat and in the comment section. I can already hear you nerds typing.
Do it.
Okay? Yeah. Furiously typing. But new rock stars said. Look.
Yeah.
Respectfully speaking, I'm glad that we can have this discourse. Okay? But let me know what you think. Or do you really believe it's Jean Grey? And I want a detailed reason. If you give me a detailed essay, I'll tell you right now. If you give me not an essay, but you give me a detailed paragraph. If we're wrong, I'll make sure that I read it on next week's live stream, and you can gloat all the way to the bank. But if you're wrong, I'm still gonna read it on next week's live stream, and I'm gonna gloat all the way to the bank. All right, guys, that's it for Sadie Sink and Spider-Man.
To the winner, all the glory.
Yeah, that's a good ending right there. Hey, we got some super chats. John Burns, member super chat for 23 months, says, I'm going to watch the Odyssey on IMAX in the theaters. Thanks to the review. John Yulden, Google Cookie Eater reviews the Odyssey. Enjoy.
Cookie Eater reviews? Is that Cookie Monster?
I think you meant Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, John, thank you for being a member for almost 2 years. You are amazing, and you've been with us longer than that. The Cookie Monster review on X was phenomenal. Absolutely one of my favorite reviews I have read about a movie, and I'm looking forward to more Cookie Monster reviews. So fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I remember I messaged Shane after that. I was like, we live in a time where Cookie Monster is reviewing a live action depiction of the Odyssey. This is peak internet here, guys.
Oh, it's fantastic.
All right, also from John Burns, European nerds can't get any air conditioning. Laugh out loud. That's rude.
Let me tell you, that's real over there, man. Rude. I was and John, I feel so bad for you. I was stationed in Italy in the late 90s. God, that makes me sound old. I remember not having air conditioning 120 degrees in Sicily. And we were talking about it this morning because it's hot here right now. And I have never been more miserable in my life. So all you guys heat waving over in Europe, my heart goes out to you. I just want to say.
I'm enjoying sleeping in a bath. That's been really good. It's an enjoyable experience. You know, you just got to keep your head above water through the night when you fall asleep. Other than that,
the secret was to freeze a bunch of giant, like 1 liter bottles of water. You freeze a bunch of them, run your bath water, and then just get in with the frozen bottles of water. That was the secret to staying cool.
Okay.
I'm going to do that now.
So I was reading the reactions to people, and they were like, well, you know, over here, it's so hot. It's like 35C, 38C. And I'm like, okay, my head, I'm like, 35, 30. I'm like, okay. So obviously they're talking about Celsius. I'm like, so what's that in freedom units? Because we all know that Fahrenheit makes way more sense. 0 is free, is cold, is super cold. 100 is super hot. I know Celsius is based on the boiling point of water, but that's literally that boiling point can literally be adjusted by your altitude. I think it's stupid that. Anyways, I'm not going to go on that tangent.
I mean, you can argue that 0 degrees Celsius makes more sense than 32 degrees Fahrenheit for freezing. Like 0 to me is like, that makes sense.
All I care
Fahrenheit
about
makes
is
more sense to me, but here's the deal. I had to go and convert it. Now I'm like trying to convert it. And luckily I'm a computer guy, and Celsius is what a lot of your computers are based on. So I'm like, wait a minute, 35C is not that hot, because if you have a computer running at less than 50C, your cooling is pretty good. So I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta go look this up. So I'm gonna go look it up, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's like high 80s, low 90s, and that's hot, but that's not like I'm gonna die hot unless you're inside of a box
or a ditch,
right?
Yeah.
So why is this lady like talking about it like it's the end times, you know? Because I live in high 80s, low 90s, like most of the year, dude. So does Shane.
I don't have aircon, man. I'm not designed for it. I'm a creature of the cold.
How much are you paying for your air conditioning, though, Mr. Brian?
Oh, you want to see?
No.
You want me to show you?
I know how much you're paying.
Do you want to see guys, I'm going to bring up my bill. I want you to see my bill, okay? Here's what
it's worse.
I'm going to make you feel a lot better right now, John, about not having air conditioning, my friend. Okay? This is going to blow your mind, because it blew my mind a few years ago when I started to get these bills. And now I'm just gotten used to it. Here we go. There's my bill. $1,200 and $1,235.43.
Insane.
That's my bill.
This is why, but see, it is 80 to 90 degrees for you, but it's actually about 72 in your house.
In my house. No, but to be fair, I've also gone without air conditioning. I've gone entire summers without it. Now I have to have it. I can no longer, praise my. I can no longer suffer because, and it's fun because I have a daughter with a heart condition, and I don't want any trouble there. And now on that note, that bill also reflects multiple discounts I get for a daughter with a heart condition, and it's still as high.
Yeah. See, when you come over to the UK and you go flipping out, it's really cold here, I'm going to be like, oh, revenge is sweet.
So I did. So I was online. I'm looking at why don't people have air conditionings, and it's interesting because why would we buy an air conditioning for when it's only a problem for like a month out of the year? Like, okay,
that was my logic.
Yeah, you got a good point, but wait for it. Ready? Why would you throw away your soup because there's only one cockroach in it?
I would throw away my soup
Come on, man.
There's a
I don't know
cockroach
if
in it,
those
man.
two exist. I don't know if those two work together.
That's not a good option.
No, my wife was like,
Shane
you know
just
what?
informed me I might have doxed my address. I'm gonna have to go out and clip that out. I'm gonna. Is there a way to blur that? Can I blur that now?
I was going to. I was
son
gonna,
of a bitch.
wasn't going to tell you on mine, but
Brian actually lives in Albania, everybody, just so you know.
I'm gonna have
It's
to
next
cut
to
that out.
London.
I'm gonna have to cut that out. I'm gonna have to blur that in the replay, dude.
we only need air conditioning about a month out of the year, and my wife's basically said the reason we're going to get air conditioning is because you don't want me angry for an entire month every year. So that was,
I feel like it's more like 3 months out of the year. Air conditioning.
now it is. Used to be a month. Now it's like 3. Yeah.
So, but for about 3 months out of the year, it's hot to the point where opening up a window and turning on a fan is just not enough.
Not enough.
No.
Yeah.
So
It's like that here at the moment. It's just, sleeping in it is the hardest part.
That's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, just adapting to it because I'm not designed for it, but being the ultimate DC Marvel superhero that I am, I just endure it. It's character building. I come back stronger.
Oh, John, if you take a box fan and you put a whole bunch of frozen bottles of water right in front of this, and I've done got a lot of experience with this stuff, and then you lay really close to the fan, that helps.
yeah, you're making you're making a swamp cooler, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right,
I
John.
gotta do all of this.
John
You got some
Burns says,
charcoal, that'll help
"F
too."
you, I'm gonna yell at you like Lobo, LOL." Thank you, John Burns.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're referring to Sadie Sink.
Is that what it is?
John Burns, another one for John Burns, also says 112 in Las Vegas is BS. Yes, we know. LOL. Yeah, listen, you want to talk about hot? We complain about being hot in SoCal. I went out to Las Vegas, which is, by the way, it's a desert.
I've been there.
Humans shouldn't just build entire sweeping metropolitan, huge cities in the middle of the desert. God said, don't build something there. And you said, screw you, I'm going to build this giant city here. And these are the consequences.
Well, that's because air conditioning allows it. If it wasn't for air conditioning, you couldn't do it. Remember, Las Vegas was built on an oasis. So there was a small oasis there, which is where it all began. But
So when I went there to go do the first Salty Saturday show years ago, they were like, hey, come out and do the show with us. And I came out there. And it was in like Matt's house or something like that. Well, I have my tablet it's mounted in my car. My tablet is fine in Southern California weather, even when it's 90 degrees. And I'm inside the car. I can get to 115, whatever. My tablet's fine. It just sort of throttles down and turns off. I do the show, 2 hours. I come out. It's now like midday. I get in my car and I go to touch the screen on my tablet. My finger pushes into the screen. I have a tablet that actually has my fingerprint permanently in the screen. Now, I'll give Samsung Galaxy tablets some serious kudos here. When I realized it was 200 degrees plus inside that car, I went and found a shady spot. I turned the AC on hot, on full, and I sat there until it got cool. Then I turned the tablet off by pushing the plastic thing on the top. And I just sat there and waited. I waited for the thing to cool down. And to its credit, an hour later, this thing booted back up. It was somehow running and in temperatures hot enough to melt the screen. So, props.
I remember going to Vegas years ago, and what I found, again, it's desert, but it was just adapting to the fact it was so hot when you were outside the casinos, walking the strip. But then at night, the temperature just dropped like a stone, Yeah,
it's the desert.
Cold.
That's the desert's super hot in the day and super cold
Exactly.
at night. Right.
But I'll tell you something about my iPhone of how hot it's been here. On several occasions, I've just been driving home from work, and it basically comes up with an alert with a temperature gauge on the iPhone. It says, iPhone is too hot, cool down, and it shuts off. And I had to wrap it in a damp towel to cool it down. That's happened a few times.
Wow.
So it's not just me that's suffering. Yeah.
Does your car not have air conditioning?
Yeah, that was with air conditioning.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So and again, the police didn't like it because I was driving along with my boxes. So, that was almost indecent exposure, but needs must.
Yeah, that's interesting. If I lived in the UK, then for the month that I couldn't get air conditioning, I would just go live in my car.
Yes.
Yeah, but then the cost of fuel here would countermand that idea. Yeah.
From Fan Cheer for $2, she said, because most don't have air conditioning. You're right. They don't.
Yeah.
That's what we were just talking about. And also from Fan Cheer for $2, have to have AC or bill averages $800 to $1,200. Woof. Yeah, I'm with you.
You must be in California.
I'm with you. I think they're in Utah or something. I forgot.
Oh, Utah shouldn't be that bad.
I forgot exactly where, so forgive me.
Yeah.
John Burns for $6.99. Understood. Funny how every government and bureaucratic place has taxpayer-funded air conditioning. Interesting. Yeah, quick little backstory on air conditioning. You know, air conditioning actually was invented for the printing press. So there was a big company that needed to get newspapers and prints out on time. And in the summertime, this is like earlier in 1900s, so 1908, 1906, somewhere in there. And this company, as a big company, for a few months out of the year, couldn't do their job because the fluctuations in the ink, the paper warping, the heat. And so they called in this guy. I think his name is something, I want to say Carver or Carrier, or I forgot his name.
His name is actually Willis Carrier.
Carrier, right. By the way, his company still exists. Anyways, an engineer came in to solve this problem. And he goes, okay, I'm going to solve this problem for you. And I love, this is very, and I don't want to be like super American here, but this is a very American way of thinking. I want you to know, like,
too late.
Normal people would go, we're going to open windows, put in fans. We're going to, the easiest way to solve this problem for you. He was like, you know what? I want to change, like, the laws of physics. I want to change. I don't want to just make your environment cooler so you can print. I want to change your environment altogether. I want to suck the heat out of your room and replace it with cold.
The humidity.
It's such a crazy concept that someone in 1908 or whatever,
06
or 06, was it 06? Thank you. Thought it'd be a better idea to just change the environment versus put a fan in the window. It's such a crazy thing to me. And he invented this thing that he called the air conditioning that's essentially, it changes the humidity.
Actually, it wasn't called air conditioning. He called it the apparatus for treating air.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, then what happened was he patented it, got popular in industrial settings. And it was very popular with industrial stuff. But about 10 years later, you can buy a unit for about $10,000 for your house. And you know that
a lot of money back then.
But $10,000
was more than the house.
Was cost more than the house. So in order to get a unit for your home, to basically have a window air conditioner in your home, you were going to spend like basically about $250,000 in our time money, I believe it was, a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
So it wasn't super popular. But because of his invention and because of its application, it did allow us to move more and more west and to populate places like Las Vegas and areas that wouldn't make any sense because of that very particular apparatus. And to his credit, also, he borrowed the idea from the heat pump, which is also something that came up.
Well, but he also, you know what inspired him? It was actually trains.
Really?
Yeah. So he saw the train. He saw like fog coming through a train platform. And he realized that he could dry air by passing it through water to control the temperature and the moisture. And like that was so when you see a train come through and all the steam and smoke comes out of the bottom, that's what inspired him to do it. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. So and I would argue that AC might be the most important invention of like humans all time, because like there would be no data centers, there'd be no California, there'd be no moon landing, there'd be no flying in the air, there'd be so many things couldn't exist without the invention of air conditioning.
But how does that help me get aircon for me?
Right,
that's the important question.
I already told you, John, that if you send me $172, I can buy one here secondhand and ship it your way, bro.
I think I might have to take you up on that, mate.
I did famously say that we were spending billions of dollars in our wars in the Middle East, and all we needed to do was buy everyone an air conditioner over there, and that would end all wars immediately.
Yeah. an air conditioner, and put up a dispensary or two.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Matt McGee, his comment, thank goodness for us Americans, right, John? Yeah. Yeah. All I'm going to say is the Industrial Revolution, yes. Scum.
That definitely came from. Hey, listen, we came from you, okay? So listen,
Yeah,
I got to say
did.
something about this Kalshi before we move on to the next thing. Kalshi is a lot more than I thought. I thought I could just log into Kalshi and make a bet. No, it wants my ID and social security number.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying,
Welcome
like,
to the UK, mate.
it is much more involved than just being able to go and gamble.
Yeah. When I first logged in, I'm like, I'm gonna quickly log in and fund my account and make a bet. No. It requires a lot to it, which means that if you put up a big bet and they flag your account because you work at Sony Pictures, like,
They will know.
you're not getting paid, Holmes. And I believe that has to be that way because there'd be so much inside betting if it wasn't, right? And we know there's already inside betting, for sure. In any betting market, this is why gambling is actually, especially for betting markets, I think it's a bad idea. I don't think anything should be illegal per se, but I do believe it needs to be at very least regulated because betting is whether you're betting on sports events or predictive markets, it is made for corruption. Because let's say you're going to bet on whether or not, let's say Shane and John are going to have a prize fight, and it's the biggest event of the summer. And
the 5 foot me versus the American giant. Oh, let's do it. Yeah.
And everyone's betting on Shane to win because he is double the height and triple the size overall from John.
But John bites.
All right.
And he bites low.
Well, now listen. Now what if Shane and John were like, no. I'm gonna throw it. And I'm only gonna tell Brian. And Brian's not part of the fight. So Brian can go bet on the sports book and he can bet a bunch of money on John to win. And right now John has like 30-1 odds, right? So I can put up a huge amount.
Why are you knocking me for crying
Sorry,
out loud,
I'm using this example, bro.
Listen, let's do it. Like, we need some cash.
But I want you guys to know something. Like this, you think this is a far-fetched idea? No, it's happening right now. It happens in betting markets right now. Whether you're sportsbook betting or you're betting on predictive markets, it might not be happening to the extreme. Maybe Kalshi and all these other predictive markets catch the big ones. But it's definitely happening. The friends and family of the people that know, they're betting and they're making money on stuff that they have inside knowledge of, for sure.
We call them senators and congressmen.
Right.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi.
I'm coming over to the US and we're going to do that prize
Eric
fight.
Trump.
And then the only image you'll see online is just me passed out on the ground with Shane stood over like that.
All I'm saying is, like,
in this event, you win, John. I take a lot of bites, and I go down.
This is why gambling is bad, is because it's in a vacuum where corruption doesn't exist. Then yeah, it's cool, but it's never gonna. There's gonna be corruption, which means people are being scammed, and like we endorse it essentially when we promote Kalshi and all that kind of stuff, which I just did by accident. I'm sorry.
As long as you bet on the side of the winning scam, you're good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I bet on the 14 cents. Oh, it's not. It's down to 14 cents. Did some news?
See, you know why?
Did some news just come out that screwed me?
Yeah. No news has come out that screwed you. They're just people. It's how they figure out the odds. The number of people betting the other way. That's how odds get created. So it's who's betting on what. So people are betting heavily on Jean Grey, which is why your percentage is going down.
Wow. I can sell my position right now.
Don't do it, man.
I can sell my position for a profit right now.
How much do you believe in what you've said?
Yeah, he's playing dangerous games.
Don't do it, man. Tonight. Don't do what I did. Don't sell out of AMD too early. Don't do it.
Why did it just drop to 14 cents though? That's
okay. We'll deal with this later.
Yeah.
John Burns for $2.79. John Burns has invited John to move in with him in North America if you want air conditioning. Thank you, John Burns. John,
thank you very much.
Hit you up.
I feel like I'm some sort of orphan that's an asylum seeker to the US. Brian did say he put me up at his, like he just like in like a cupboard. Would that be my little bed? Just wheel me out every now and again, to do a show. I got to get over the fence first via Mexico. That's the first challenge.
No, you can come from Canada. I'm pretty sure they're just letting people in.
Okay. All right. We got some new we got some breaking news here.
Uh-oh.
First Spider-Man Brand New Day Sadie Sink video statement adds confusion.
Ooh, okay.
One of the strangest mysteries in recent comic movie history is how the MCU is handling Sadie Sink's character in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Who the actress is playing has been kept a total mystery, a rarity for the type of movie that often advertises its villains as much as its heroes. Now, however, we have our first full look at Sadie Sink, and there she is, in Spider-Man Brand New Day, courtesy of cutesy redacted video attempting to continue whatever. Okay. Barring any color level adjustment, it seems the movie has darkened her hair and eyebrows from their vibrant Stranger Things red to a more subtle. It's also an interesting comparison to both Famke Janssen and Sophie Turner, who previously played the Jean Grey role that Sink is rumored to have. Janssen, when she first started out, had darker hair than this, blah, blah, blah. So, okay.
Are you shitting me?
And if that wasn't enough,
on her hair color?
Sink appears to be wearing green eye contacts, replacing her natural blue. So, and there's a lot more to this article. So I'm just going to bottom line it. Basically, what Forbes is saying is they've darkened her hair so she's no longer like the super fire ginger red. It's more like an urban brown. And she's wearing green contacts. Hey, John, can you remind me who has that combination of hair color and eye color in Spider-Man comics?
Every ginger on the planet?
No, green eyes specifically and dark red hair.
Mary Jane?
Mary freaking Jane, bro.
Yeah.
Specifically, that character has those very specific characteristics. So red and blue eyes are common, but the red and green eyes was very specific to Mary Jane.
I don't trust this. I don't trust this image.
No?
So
I don't trust it. I'm sorry. It's hard to trust anything now. Sadie Sink at the Odessa premiere during the SXSW conference and festivals at the Paramount Theater on March 8th, 2025. This photo was taken in 2025.
The courtesy of a redacted video.
So if she says Tiger in the next few weeks, then it's Mary Jane. But other than that, no.
So that's what she looks like.
You see, that image is not the image. It's this here, this video.
Yeah, it's this video. Nuko's Asian character is Spider-Man. I mean, she does look like she has green eyes. She looks like Mary Jane, guys. Like holy shit, she looks like Mary Jane.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I just don't see how, with Zendaya being so popular, right?
Oh, what?
And not amongst our demographic, but she's very popular with young people. I don't see how they create a love triangle here. I just don't see it. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't see it.
But
no, I think you are wrong. I think it has to be her, actually.
You're making me shiver now. A love triangle between fake MJ to real MJ.
No,
well, here's the thing, Brian.
I know Zendaya will never be out of the movies because she married Tom Holland.
All right, exactly. Listen, Brian, either way you win. Don't be nervous. As long as it's not Jean Grey.
Yeah.
There you go. So it can be Mary Jane. I still think it's Rachel Summers because the whole
have they announced Sydney Sweeney for Black Cat yet?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm just confirming here. Yeah, no, 100%. Mary Jane has that combination of look. I mean, this is a very recent Mary Jane one I can find quickly. That darkish red hair with the green eyes. It's pretty much Mary Jane, dude. That's her.
Okay. Guess what? Rachel Summers. Guess what? Rachel Summers has red hair and green eyes.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So there we go. Commit me, bro.
Stay the course, man. Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Yeah.
Does she really? I know she had red hair, but yeah, you're right. what color eyes? What color eyes is Jean Grey? Blue, right?
No, her mother also has green eyes.
Son of a bitch. All right.
So,
we'll roll out the green eyes.
actually, Mary Jane, Rachel Summers, or Jean Grey. Based
Stick with
on
Rachel Summers.
The video, if accurate.
If accurate.
Thing is, they wouldn't have put that out, though, would they? You know, they wouldn't have allowed that out at all.
You
that
would
video.
think that they would. Somebody's getting their ass sued big time, unless, of course, they wanted it out. Right,
bro? They're just keeping this whole thing buzzing, bro. This is all very much manipulated.
Brilliant marketing.
Yeah.
And then we find out she's actually called Jill and works in a Starbucks.
By the way,
you know,
thank you, Ryan Reynolds, for teaching these companies how to do this.
That's true. That's true. At John Burns, thank you for the $2.79, John. No, Shane, he's from Oliver, the play. I want AC. Please, sir, can I have some more air conditioning? John says.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Oliver.
This is from Black at 25. If it's not Jean Grey, I'm writing. That's nothing to do. Like, if she's not Jean Grey or someone equivalent in character, if she is like, Brianna that works at the Starbucks.
Oh shit!
People are gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah, that would be bad. Like that would not be good. Like you can set your marketing up for failure. No, there's no way she is. I mean, there's no.
She works in the same cafe as Zendaya.
She's an up and coming. She's an up and coming actress. No, she wouldn't just play a nobody.
So I do think though that if she's Rachel Summers, I think that they do two things. They please the people that want her to be Jean Grey.
Exactly.
Without ruining their entire story.
Yep.
And they set up Doomsday, which means that it's probably
fits in
Rachel
with the
Summers.
kids. Fits in with the kids though, from what you said.
I think I'm now on, like, before I was like leaning that way. Shane, I think you're right on this one.
Yeah, because
it has to be Rachel Summers. Because if it's not, then people are going to be pissed, or your movie's going to be bad. That's two options.
Imagine, why would they name the character Jean on set? To throw you off, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, because it wasn't Jean, but it was Rachel.
Yeah, so according to Gary's guy, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but they basically nicknamed the character Jean on set, and I think they used ADR in post to change her name so that the leak wouldn't get out.
Got you.
Yeah, possible. Or they just wanted this out there.
Well, I think this could be misdirect too.
I think it is.
I think it's like sleight of hand. Like, hey, we don't want you to know that it's a major, huge spoiler in the end credits scene. Like, it's the kind of spoiler. Think about this: if Rachel Summers shows up in Phoenix, at the end of the movie, like that is a big setup for Doomsday, and that is a like theater level, shouting moment. If it's just Jean Grey the whole time, people are gonna be like, "But why?"
And they couldn't film her in secret,
right?
They just couldn't. And so this is it. Brilliant. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
And what if that guy misheard and they actually said Jane, not Jean, and she's Mary Jane?
Dude, then you need to go beat his ass, Gary.
All right.
Beat that guy's ass.
No, we're done. We're done talking about this. All right. We're sorry, guys.
All right. Sorry.
Listen, I'll be back in one sec, guys.
This is all Brian has been thinking about for weeks now. So, this is cathartic for him.
The same guy that said if it's not Jean Grey, I'm right. He says if it's Rachel Summers, I'm happy. You see, Rachel Summers is a good alternative to Jean. I think people that want Jean will be happy with Rachel Summers, 100%.
Okay. I do think after an hour and 45 minutes of talking about this topic, we should probably...
No, we're going to move on, but now we have to buy some more time for Jane to get back. Oh, my God. John to get back.
What's on his mind? I told you guys. Listen, we did talk about air conditioning for at least 15 minutes in there somewhere, so...
Right. Yeah, we need to talk about lanterns next.
So we've got lanterns. We've got Spaceballs and other. We got Stargate. We still have things to talk about.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
So my family is in Mexico right now.
Oh God.
I want to go take my dog to get like dentist stuff done, like teeth cleaning and all that. It was gonna be like $1,000, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm surprised you didn't ask me about that before you made that choice.
No, I didn't make that choice. I said, hopefully she doesn't need teeth because I'm not gonna get not spending $1,000. Well, my
Let me
wife.
tell you something. People don't realize when you get a dog, you should brush their teeth right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So my wife talked to my stepmom about the dog and said, where can I get this teeth cleaned for cheap? And she's like, I'll go to Mexico. So my wife, having family in Mexico, basically packed my kids up this morning and my dog. This sounds like a country song. She packed my kids up and my dog and moved to Mexico. And she drove to Mexico early in the morning, and she's basically going down there for like $90. They're gonna clean my dog.
Oh, that's shit. I might go to Mexico,
Bro,
even though
I might go to Mexico for my own teeth.
Bro, and $90 includes like a checkup. It's like, dude, it's less than a tenth of the cost of here. It's crazy. Anyways, so
It'd be like, I'll go over there and go, excuse me, do you do humans?
they do. They're called dentists.
Oh,
yeah.
But cheaper with vets.
Okay, here we go. Block, it says, I'm not looking forward to Green Lanterns. Well, we're still going to talk about it, buddy.
That you know what? That may change after the current.
Yeah, I was a little more skeptical. All right.
It changed for me.
So when the first teaser came out for Lanterns, I was certainly a little skeptical, right? I was like, it's all taking place sort of in the same like couple episodes, probably in this little town somewhere, and I justified certain things. Like they turned the saturation way down. There was no green. There was no powers. It was sort of meh, right? And it cursed a lot, and I was like, this is not the Green Lantern I want. And then over time, we saw some other looks. We saw the costume and some little screenshots, and we're like, okay, well, it's looking a little better. But it really didn't turn a point to being interesting for me until this trailer came out, which we're going to watch right now.
Which was yesterday.
And what came out yesterday. We're going to watch this, and we're going to react in real time. You guys ready?
Yes.
And if you're watching this clip later on, yesterday means Thursday, last Thursday, or last Friday.
Yes, the 24th of July.
Here's the latest trailer for Lanterns. Right away when this started, can I tell you my initial reaction was? Why is the new trailer, they're back in that stupid town again?
Because they still spend a lot of time in this town during this trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
I do believe that the trailer, the majority of the trailer is sort of focused on the first couple episodes because they're trying to avoid.
Can I say something quickly as well? And I'll give my verdict on what I think of it afterwards. But I've had people, and I said yesterday on a show, I've had people saying, oh, why aren't they just calling it Green Lanterns? And I tell you why they're not calling it Green Lanterns, because there's going to be other lanterns involved in it. There's going to be red lanterns. There's going to be yellow lanterns.
100% yellow
That's
lanterns.
why. Yeah, because you see in the trailer, you
Right.
see him being injected, with, it looks like the Parallax.
Right, it does.
Serum.
And here's the interesting. If this is leading into a Parallax thing, then guess what? It would actually make a lot of sense if Hal Jordan, quote unquote, dies in this film. He would have to die to set up that. It's a whole thing. Anyways, you're right, John. I had the same exact reaction. People were like, "Oh, why is there no green in the title?" Because it's not just about the Green Lanterns. It's about the Lanterns as a whole.
Yeah.
And if you just called it Green Lanterns, then it wouldn't be. It wouldn't work. I mean, it probably still work, but it wouldn't be as good as the title as just Lanterns. Here we go.
Yeah.
As we know now, basically, oh my God, Jon Stewart is being trained by Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan is the seasoned space cop, the seasoned Green Lantern, and he's being trained, and he's training. Oh my God, I keep forgetting his name.
Guy Gardner.
No, he's training the other guy. Oh my God, Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm forgetting Jon Stewart's name. So it's interesting though. That means Jon Stewart doesn't have a ring.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but you know,
He has
of
it-
course
has it-
he's using Hal Jordan's ring
Right.
in the training.
They're
and
meant to choose them, aren't they? That's the trouble.
right.
Right.
But here's the thing is Kyle Chandler is what's got me interested in this show right now. So I really hope they don't kill him off quickly.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, yeah. So I think that's perfect casting for Hal Jordan. I think it's perfect casting for Jon Stewart. I think the casting is perfection.
yeah, I agree.
But I don't want him killed off. But if he is killed off, there's a parallax storyline that would actually make a lot of sense. He's not. We wouldn't
Yeah.
actually be
It
killed
would make
off.
sense doesn't mean that it would make it good.
Well,
No.
it would be a way to get the ring off his fingers, so he sort of turns. But so that's a whole nother story.
I'm wondering if that woman as well at the bar was either a star sapphire or another lantern.
Manhunter probably.
Yeah, that's true. Manhunter, yeah.
Based on the fact that they're space cops, you dumb inbred hick.
Maybe she doesn't know who they are yet.
I'm sorry, but like the second this arrogant Karen
She was
with
in the
her
first
smug
one, wasn't
face
she?
is like, oh, based on what?
Yeah.
You are a small town sheriff's deputy in the middle of bump nowhere, and you're gonna question the Green Lantern? Like, does that make any sense to anyone? What bothers me the most about this is her smug appearance when she goes, based on what? Oh, shut up. Shut your mouth. I hate
Unless
that kind of
he's a
I hate
Mr.
these kind of characters so much. The super ignorant, arrogant characters that just
Knows it all,
automatically
yeah.
discount someone because
Could she
When
be
they
in a
change her heart in the
misdirect?
next scene, her tune will change.
Could she be a misdirecting in on it though?
maybe
Eventually.
I just really hate those characters in these movies.
Yeah,
The hyper arrogant, ignorant, inbred idiots that just have no idea what's going on, but want to assume everyone is wrong. It just, I know they exist for a reason, but boy, do they bother me. Maybe that's the reason they exist, to bother me. But this actor, I'm always forgetting his name
Yeah.
now. William something, I think. I forgot what his name is.
It doesn't appear to be enough to. Oh, William Macon.
Megan, yeah, he was great. He was in a UK show recently with one of the actors from the Goonies. I'm always forgetting her name, and it was really quite a good show. I really enjoyed it.
No one's ever seen.
Here's the deal: are they talking about the robot manhunters or
No.
the
That's what I
Martian
was
manhunters?
Yeah, that was what was throwing me because it's from what I've saw of this, I don't see any sort of robot manhunters, and that's what I was thinking when I heard manhunters. So yeah, you're right. It
It's
could
not
be.
because obviously later you'll see.
But they also go the most dangerous beings to exist, not the most dangerous beings to be created, not the whatever. But
white Martians.
Right, white Martians are super dangerous, and
Well,
the fact
explains why
the
they're
fact
the
that
most
when he
dangerous
says
right
that
now.
he's holding an organic skull and not like a
Let him
robot.
finish the sentence, and you'll hear the whole thing.
I know, but I need to break in here and have these conversations, or this video can't go up as a clip.
I understand what you're saying, but literally in the next sentence, he says,
But literally, I have a timer that shows me every 7 seconds. I need
"Well,
to
but
ask
you're
a question,
questioning things that are going to be answered."
and I can push it to the extreme, but it'll make it harder. Hold up, though.
Yeah,
that doesn't answer my question. That can
Okay.
still
Can the
be
robot shapeshift.
that could still be a robot manhunter.
that can still be a robot manhunter. Yeah.
Okay, well then there you go.
So the robot manhunters have the ability to impersonate, but this looks more organic to me. And it almost has like the back of it. It almost looks like the Martian Manhunter.
Makes me feel like White Lanterns.
White
this is
Martians.
more white Martian. Sorry, yeah. It's but then it's an interesting way to go to do a Lantern series with White Martians. Because you're kind of trying to set something up for the future in a series about lanterns. If they do that, which is a long game to play, they could do it, but it's a
but doesn't it make sense to introduce Martian lore into a Green Lantern story? I mean, they're both cosmic in nature, right?
They are. I just think, again, it's if this is the case and it looks like it, and it's a clever misdirect. When I hear Manhunters, I automatically went to the Green Lantern Manhunters, the original versions that were the Galactic Police Force. That was what was in my head. That was probably what was in everyone's head.
Okay, Lord Todd is
White
right.
Martians.
Yeah, and maybe our biases for wanting to see Martians are leaking in here. Lord Todd says yes. The robot manhunters, they were a part of the ON Space Force before the Green Lanterns. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
He goes on. The robot manhunters are a huge part of Lantern lore, which is very true, and the Martians are not, which is very true. So he believes that they're not Martians, and they are instead the
robotic
okay.
manhunters.
I mean, I would like to see Martians, but he's completely right. The robot manhunters are a lot more, or have a big part in the Lanterns lore.
Yeah,
so that'll be cool. I've just never seen them as threatening as white Martians are, But
yeah, and I think the original Manhunters as well. The reason that they aborted that and went for the Green Lantern Corps was because they just eliminate.
Right.
The rest.
Yeah, they didn't have any humanity, so they weren't very good at being
you die
space cops. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the robot manhunters are also called Jean Grey.
Stop it.
I'm sending an army to put you down. I like that.
By the way, they have him listed in all 8 episodes.
Really?
What's interesting is Aaron Pierre, who plays John Stewart's listed in 9 episodes. Maybe that's, and then Hal Jordan, Kyle Chandler, is listed in 8 episodes, which tells me he doesn't die in the first episode.
Right. Well, like everyone was reporting that he died.
Yeah.
It's interesting that scene there with Guy Gardner guys, that's quite good. Because essentially he's saying they're going to send an army to put you down.
He said he's going to send an army, right?
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily to me sound like that's Manhunters. That sounds like the Green Lantern Corps, because there was a run of Green Lantern sort of within the last 10 years where Hal Jordan is out on his own. He's not part of the Corps. He's running solo essentially.
Right.
So it could.
He's like that rogue detective.
I'm
off book with this, bro.
Right. Exactly, and that's what they did with it for in the comic book run. So that could be playing out here,
which would lead to the Parallax stuff, right?
Something else that people aren't talking about is the fact that Laura Linney is in this show for all 8 episodes, for 8 of the episodes. And she's not listed with a character. And of course, Laura Linney's from Ozark, if you guys probably know.
Yeah, I remember. The most annoying character in all of Netflix history. Such an amazing show with a character that makes me want to punch the screen every time she opens her mouth.
That's her job, though, on all fairness.
To be fair, it's her job. Yeah, she's a good actress.
So, but she's a good actress. She's in this movie. She's not listed. She's the only one not listed as a character, which there's a reason why they do that.
So she's playing Jean Grey.
She's playing Jean Grey.
Right.
Steal it. Man, steal it.
We're gonna be doing this for a long time.
She's a redhead, by the way, in this one.
Oh, so she's clearly playing the Phoenix Force in a DC movie.
Yeah, Sinestro's daughter.
Yeah, she's Mary Jane.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of redheads. Like, anyways. Oh, maybe that's the misdirect. Everyone thought that that one chick from Star Wars that we said was playing Wonder Woman was actually playing some like gigantic red-headed space alien chick. Remember that? And we were like, why would you think this 5'4" lady is playing like a 7 foot tall alien with red hair? But maybe the actual character is introduced in this show. I don't know. That sounds crazy. Sold me so hard. This actor is so incredible. If you have not seen, what's that?
Ulrich Thompson.
You know what? I just realized my mic is set too loud. Ulrich Thompson. He was in a show called Banshee, and he played probably one of the greatest villains I've ever seen in modern time. He was so good at being the bad guy. He is an incredible, dramatic actor with this aura, this presence, this gravitas that just bleeds as serious and terrifying. The fact that he is in all red makeup playing Sinestro is it's like a fan casting wet dream for me, dude.
Well, he was also a Bond villain.
Yeah, he's good at being a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
There it is. It's yellow.
Parallax.
That's Parallax. Yeah. Or maybe that's a misdirect and it's just, I don't know. But
it's interesting. It's interesting. I will say you know where you see that planet and you got the ship going over the planet? I don't think that is Oa. I think potentially that's a planet where Parallax has been imprisoned, a part of him. So that could be at the beginning of the show, potentially.
Yeah, when obviously maybe the majority of the show does take place in this small town, and a lot of those other scenes are like flashbacks and stuff. It's entirely possible. I 100% am on board now. And here's the good news is, guys, it's like 2.5 weeks away. So,
yeah, it's coming. I definitely have better feelings than I did. Go ahead, John.
I'm a little bit. The thing I'm concerned about with it, and I did sort of talk about it yesterday, is the fact that I'm wondering if they've put everything into this trailer for the first 2 episodes, and everything else is just going to be a cop buddy walk across a town together. You know what I mean? That's my concern with it. Right. And I when I see Green Lantern, when I read Green Lantern, it's like it's the most out there, larger than life comic book run. You know, Galactic Force. You know, it's great. I hope I get that. I've got a feeling, as I said earlier, I think we're going to see Yellow Lanterns in it. I've got a feeling that Sinestro's daughter, you know, could be in it, which is, you know, she's a Yellow Lantern. She could be on Earth. Sinestro's locked up by the looks of it at the moment. And you could have Red Lanterns there. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of different colored lanterns. That's a big part of the lore. The Green Lanterns are the good guys, and these other lanterns are either anti-heroes or bad guys, and they play a big part of the lore. And so does
Red is Rage.
The Manhunters, right? Because it's, you know, the different colors represent the different states of mind, right? Fear and all envy and all that stuff. So this character, this is my most exciting thing. Thank you, Lord Toth. I agree. Ulrich Thompson is one of the. It's literally like a wet dream casting for me for Sinestro. I have wanted him to play a comic book villain for a long time. I'm very happy that he's playing Sinestro. That's really cool to me.
Also, some note, if you're a fan of John Ritter, if you're old enough and you remember John Ritter, who died young, comedian from Three's Company and different shows, his son, Jason Ritter, is in this movie playing Billy Macon, the son of, obviously, William Macon. Garrett Dillahunt is the character we were talking about.
Oh, this
or
guy.
The actor.
It's funny. He looks like John Ritter. It's funny.
So he's actually playing. It's cool because I didn't know Jason was had done much, so it's cool.
By the way, I'm gonna call it right now. This alien looking actress right here, she's definitely a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Which one's that?
Punera.
Orna.
I can't say it.
Jagannathan.
Thank you.
Jagannathan.
Yeah, the casting director should get a freaking Emmy. Jon Stewart, perfect. Aaron Pierce, perfect as Jon Stewart. Kyle Chandler is an older Hal Jordan, perfection, bro. Sinestro, perfection. Like, perfect casting, dude. Straight up perfect casting.
They've done that well, at least. Now let's see
I
if the writer can do his job.
I don't want Hal Jordan dying, though. I don't. Hal Jordan is a badass. I love Hal Jordan, so I just don't want to see that happen.
I mean,
but
he
the
might.
fact that he's saying he's my replacement does tend to be ominous.
He's getting older, though, right?
He's coming to his end.
Yeah, he's getting older. He might have to die to set up the Parallax thing. Not die, but comic book die.
Yeah. Comic
you know
book
what I mean?
Die. Yeah.
He might have to. He might have to comic book die. And remember this rule, guys. If you don't see the death on screen, then it probably didn't happen. He probably didn't die. Or she.
I'm also going to say Guy Gardner's come in to warn him. You know, he's going to come for you or send an army after you. That, again, I'm backing up to say that is the Green Lantern Corps, because what he's doing there is Guy is basically warning him as a friend, but otherwise Guy would be involved in this whole thing with him.
Right.
You know? And I get the feeling from this, Guy is just going to go off. He's giving him the warning and he's going to go. Yeah, that's what I suspect.
The fact that that guy is in so many episodes is interesting, because that means that our little blue planet in all of this sector of space has 3 Green Lanterns for some reason, which is always been a
One for
very
each sector.
Yeah, it's always been a contentious thing in comics. Like, why does Earth get all the support from Green Lanterns? Because it makes sense, But I get it.
You know what's cool is you can go into the casting list and kind of take a look, and you can really determine a few things. Like Romeo Brown is playing Aaron Stewart, obviously the brother to John Stewart. He's in it for 3 episodes. Noah Macon, who's obviously related to the other 2 Macons, 3 episodes. There's several people who only play 3 episodes, which tells you there should be some sort of like flashback arc for a few episodes.
Or like we said, the first, few episodes are that town.
Or that is true because the person who plays Deputy Lopez is in 4 episodes. So I would be, but you also see some of these other characters like Sheriff Carey, who you don't like. She's in the whole show. So we'll see how it goes, but I would like to believe that the first few episodes will be the town, get us out of the town. I don't want to be in the town the whole show.
No, same.
And
Monkey Jeebus said, "How Jordan won't die? You think he does, but it's John Stewart's construct. That would be rad." Imagine John Stewart basically constructing that illusion so that Hal Jordan can retire in peace, and that's what sets up the Parallax thing. That might be interesting. Imagine they start off with this contentious relationship, but then they become friends and buddy cops, and the younger John Stewart saves Hal Jordan in a way that allows him, and it shows you his humanity. It would also show why the Green Lanterns are so much more important than the Manhunters, and why why Oa decided to go that route, because that humanity allows them to make decisions that wouldn't be specifically a strict good versus evil, but more of a chaotic good, where they can make decisions on the fly based on their humanity.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm trying to think whether we will see loads of different lanterns in it. I think we'll see the yellow lanterns in it, and I think maybe if they're trying to do a multi-season thing, they may phase in different lanterns as they go if it's successful. So it's like, next season it's the red lanterns, you know what I mean? And there's a problem there.
There's a lot of lore for them to pull from now. That doesn't have to be lanterns at all. It can always just be. There's a lot of Green Lantern stories to pull from.
And then, we haven't heard in it, have we, about John Stewart, about his military background? Because John Stewart is an ex-army guy, isn't he?
Not yet. But on John Stewart, this is from Kevin Davis 8646. People isn't going to accept black man playing Green Lantern. Stop with BS. That's just untrue, my dude.
Have for a long time.
Yeah. John Stewart. John Stewart's cool. John Stewart's cool one of my favorite characters in the Justice League. Watch the Justice League Unlimited, and tell me John Stewart isn't a cool freaking character. I mean,
never gives up, never backs down. Yeah. John Stewart. That's what I love.
John Stewart is one of the best Green Lanterns for me, because it's like a straightforward soldier. He's like never stop. He doesn't. Emotions are not his problem. He doesn't get up in his head. He's a soldier doing a job. I like John Stewart a lot. Hal Jordan's a more complex character, but that also gets in the way of the story sometimes. And Guy Gardner is sort of
Hal Jordan's
a drunk.
Right. A drunk.
I understand what he's saying though, because Hal Jordan's the only Green Lantern I know. And I'm not familiar with John Stewart's Green Lantern. I'm sure he's fantastic. So I can see if like you go back to the 70s, and you're like, Green Lantern is Hal Jordan.
But from like 1988 to like 2016, it's been the black guy, and no one has a problem with it whatsoever.
I'm sure no one has a problem with it. What I'm saying is I can see his point of view, because in my mind, and this is just, you guys know I'm not comic book heavy. I go back to my Green Lantern is
Super Friends
cartoons, right. Super Friends, right?
Yeah,
who was the Hal Jordan comic, and then of course the Ryan Reynolds movie. So that's what I've got for Lantern.
Yeah, I get it. But for all the 90s kids out there,
they'll be fine with it.
Justice League Unlimited is one of those shows that is like generally widely received as one of the greatest comic book cartoons.
You're right. It is.
Everyone likes it. And the Green Lantern in that show for all 5 seasons was Jon Stewart.
And also the comic book run. You had the Green Lanterns, and then you had Hal Jordan Green Lantern run as well. So you had Hal Jordan off on his own, and then you had Jon Stewart running the core. And yeah, I always liked Jon Stewart. I think he's a great character. I'm more biased to Hal Jordan because I just think Hal Jordan's a badass character.
I like the Parallax
storyline.
I like it when he jacks all the power rings and he becomes like God. The God. That was a cool storyline. But Jon Stewart's my Green Lantern.
And again, the whole Hal Jordan thing, that whole Parallax thing, he has a breakdown because of what happened, and it takes him a hell of a long time to come back from that. So I do get the fact that this is a grizzled, old, battle-scarred Hal Jordan, because the whole Parallax thing, what it did to him, and he came back from it as a hero.
Hal Jordan is a very complex character because he's a good guy that does bad things for good reasons, and those bad things haunt him because he has to play the villain. And at some point, he becomes the villain, and then he has to have this long road back to redemption, where it's actually it's completely irredeemable, but he tries anyways because in his core, he's the hero. It's a very complex character. Hey, Dutch Butters is here. Hey, dudes, chat. What's up, Dutch? Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Something Channel asked a good question. Y'all wonder why Brolin dipped out on this show? I can't tell you why, but if I had to guess. Maybe Brolin's tired of doing comic movies.
That would make a lot of sense.
Thanos, Cable. I mean, at what point is Brolin like, guys, come on?
He wants to do other things. Right. And you know what? He doesn't need to take anything. He's the kind of guy who can pretty much write his own ticket.
Yeah, he can write his own ticket now, yeah. He's an A-list. Okay, so let us know what you guys think about this. Are you watching in 2 weeks? Are you watching the Green Lanterns? Will this clip be demonetized immediately? And who is your favorite Lantern? Who's the one you grew up with? Who's the one you follow? Whose story is the most interesting? If I had to answer that, Hal Jordan has the most interesting. Hal Jordan has the most interesting story to me. But my favorite Lantern is the straightforward soldier that is Jon Stewart. Let us know in the comment section below. Okay. I need to clear my throat. You guys gonna just sit there quietly while I'm clearing my throat?
Well, we all want to hear you clear it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that they went a bit far with when Brian was saying there were so many Green Lanterns on Earth for a time. I don't know if they have because I haven't checked the run out for a while. But they had like a Muslim brother and sister that became Green Lanterns for a time as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still around.
Remember, guys, there was a time in recent history where DC got super woke, and there were like Muslim Green Lanterns and super gay twink Supermans and Superboys, and like really, really woke. And then Zaslav took over, and that started to change. And the comic books have slowly moved away from those ridiculously insane and controversial storylines. And I don't think we're ever going to see that on screen. Thank you, God.
Monkey Jeebus is right. One of them was called Simon Baz, and then he had his sister as well. And she had post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that, So, that was like... Because they did a run with that as well. They did a comic book run where it's like they were the ones assigned to Earth. Jon Stewart was running the core, and Hal Jordan was off doing his own thing.
Right, yeah. And Laura Todd is right. DC has gotten a lot better lately. Yes.
Yeah.
DC, lately, DC is getting... And it's probably because there's 2 guys in charge now. Right? DC Studios is in charge. It's not just like, the DC Comics do their thing, and the movies at Warner Brothers do their thing. No. Now it's James Gunn and Safran running DC Studios, and they are greenlighting which comic book runs are allowed and which ones are not. This is very important that someone be in charge of the entire thing, because there was a moment there where Snyder was putting out the Dawn of Justice or whatever it was, the first that entire phase of movies. At the same time, DC Comics had a gay Superman sucking off a gay Batman, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Weird. It's weird, bro. It's weird.
And his bisexual boyfriend as well.
Right.
You
And
know,
then there was comic book pages where Batman was like going down like in pretty graphic detail on Catwoman, dude. Like, what are we doing? Are these comic book? Why is this going this crazy depraved direction? It's weird, dude.
Yeah, it's like the bat symbol in the sky, and it's like, can't
he's
tonight,
like
I'm
he's
busy.
munching down on Catwoman, dude. It's gross, bro. It's gross and weird.
It's very weird. They were on a par with Marvel at one point about how bad, who was the wokest.
Oh, the comics
really was.
were like competing for how woke they can be. Very interesting.
You know, I just want them to have
DC.
I would just like them to have a Wonder Twins movie. If we could just come back to, Wonder Twins activate. Form of
ice. Yeah, listen, I can tell you, I am a DC guy. I prefer DC over Marvel. But I'll be the first one to admit, DC has some of the most stupid and silly characters. Marvel has some silly characters, but Marvel feels a little more grounded in reality sometimes, and DC has just crazy, ridiculous, stupid characters that do not need to exist, and I get that. And that was my biggest gripe, my biggest criticism of James Gunn taking over DC Studios. I'm like, this is the guy who reveled in the idea of turning a talking raccoon into a superhero. And now you've given him access to characters like Squirrel, like Condiment Man and Starro and Polka Dot Boy. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is going to have access to some of the worst superheroes and supervillains in history. And he loves those things. He loves those.
Do you know what? I can see James Gunn. As soon as he took over, I thought to myself, and talking about lanterns, I thought to myself, I could see James Gunn doing a one-off Christmas special on Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern, who is overwhelmed by greed, because there was that one and done they did a few years ago where he's trying to hunt down and kill Santa Claus because he's written a massive list and he doesn't get what he wants. And I thought to myself, that is 100% a James Gunn thing to do.
But to be fair, like Lord Todd says here, he loves seeing Starro. Yes. If you told me before, what's it called? The Suicide Squad? What's the movie that was good?
Oh, it was Suicide Squad. No, The Suicide Squad was James Gunn's.
Oh, yeah. So The
Suicide Squad was the bad one.
Suicide Squad sucked. The Suicide Squad was great. If you told me before The Suicide Squad that the main villain was going to be the Thinker and a giant Starro, and the heroes were going to be Polka Dot Man, and and one of the heroes was the Detachable Boy, by the way, or man, or whatever, played by the same guy now playing Guy Gardner. If you told me that was going to be the movie, I would have been like, that movie's going to bomb so hard. That's the worst possible villain, the worst possible heroes. This is a stupid idea. And then you watch it and you're like, holy crap, this guy made Polka Dot Man, or whatever his name is, freaking great. He was like this layered, cowardly.
Actor was good.
Actor was great. And like this character with stupid powers somehow saved the day. You actually had empathy for him. Starro was legitimately a terrifying villain, but he was also sort of layered because he was kept in prison forever by the Thinker, by Peter Capaldi. That was a great casting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, you took this, the premise was so bad on paper, and you made a really, really good movie that I've seen like 7 times now. I like that movie a lot. So it created the Peacemaker character, which in its own is a weird, silly character. I'm a peacemaker. I get peace by killing everyone around me. That makes no sense. Let's do it. But he managed to make
the right guy.
Played by the right guy, and then he layered him. He layers these stupid characters and makes them human, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I just think that James Gunn, I would like him to stop watching animal porn, because the thing is like, the next thing you make, James, that you're specifically really heavily involved in, please just don't center it around an animal, because I'm just, as much as we all love animals, I just would like to see him utilize another resource of his.
Well, I don't think there's any animals in Lanterns or Clayface.
Well, are those
what we
his,
know?
though?
There were horses. We saw horses.
Are those his movies though? Did he do Clayface? Not really, right? He's just playing producer, right?
Right, playing producer. Yeah.
I'm talking about the Superman Crypto. I'm talking about Rocky the Raccoon.
Yeah,
I'm
the
talking
ones
about
he's specifically
Ratman.
involved
I'm
with.
talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. But he is, the head of the studio. He's making these calls. I think his hands are deeply inside the Lanterns show.
Okay.
I think they have to be too, because it like those characters are going to play into into a movie that's coming up in 5 movies, whatever. It's important.
There'll definitely be an animal in it somehow.
Power Ranger Downey says, I'm skipping Lanterns since I no longer have HBO Max. Listen, there's other ways to watch Lanterns.
There's other ways.
There's other ways. I'm not saying how. I'm just saying, like, Google it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Google it. Right. All right, let's move on. Oh, we've already moved on. That was the intermission. Right. All right.
That was the intermission?
Yeah, we already ended the clip a while ago. Okay.
We do have a couple of things that we got lots of chats. So, but let's shout out to Kenneth LaRoque, sent 5 Popcast Brothers Live gift memberships.
Legend.
And I know he was trying to do it to get Penny in there to get a membership.
My man.
I don't know how come Penny never gets picked for these random memberships. Penny's crying in the back end. Anyways, thank you, Ken, for trying. You're awesome. Penny, I hope you get in there.
Yeah, listen, some here too. Sons and Shadowcast, Jeff said, my wife is a huge Green Lanterns fan. We're watching this regardless. God, bro, you married a woman that is a huge Green Lanterns fan. I envy you.
Yeah, likewise. Just
your wife is a huge Green Lantern fan.
Week,
my wife is only watches soap operas in Spanish. So
that's funny.
You disgust me, Lord Foff. You come in here every week with one of these little charmers, and it just completely destroys me, mate. I'm going to have a chat with you after the show.
John Burns for 279 said Nathan Fillion played the detachable kid. That's right. Yeah, not TNT kid, right?
That's true.
Which that was a really, really funny part of the movie when he detaches his limbs to go like help them, but he's not bulletproof. They just shoot his limbs.
Sorry, I meant Jeff. Yeah,
it was really, really funny. Super funny. All right. It says channels can gift like 5 memberships a month. We don't know how to do that. If that's the case, we would give Penny one.
Memberships. Yeah, that's I've heard, yeah. So we've looked into it, but I don't know how to do that. So if you do know how to do it, hit us up, because there are sometimes we would like to gift a membership just as a reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I don't see a way to do that.
I tried to do it right now too. I didn't see a way to do it.
Right.
So.
Anyways, all right. Let's talk about this next thing. This is, where is it at? There it is. Okay. By the way, when you sent me the trailer for this like Blade Runner, I'm like, I thought for a minute there, my brain registered as Laura Croft.
I understand why.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Rec Thoughts trying to hook it up. Thank you, Rec.
Thank you, Rec, for trying.
Jeff at Sons and Shadows as well.
Oh,
Legend.
there it goes. There it is.
Come on, Penny, roll.
Did he get it? Did he get it? She didn't get it.
Can we get Penny in there?
By the way, why is everyone trying to do this? I'll tell you why. Because in a little while here, we're going to the members section, and everyone wants to be called the members section because that's where we get
freaky naughty.
Oh, you got the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen that shirt?
Freaky naughty.
Shane, look at that. Freaky naughty.
Oh,
that's
looks good.
That's our members section. We get freaky naughty.
I'm
freaky
not just saying
in the
it,
members
guys.
section.
I'm showing it as well.
Right. You can buy that shirt at mixtees.com and support us, or become a member and just join us in the member section where we are a little more unhinged, a little more free, less structured. It's more of a hangout and it's a good time.
Yeah.
But thank you for that, Jeff. Thank you for trying, my dude.
You guys are awesome. Thank
also,
you.
Fan Cheer says Nathan Fillion, guys, do a review of his comic book. I have not seen his comic book, actually. I got to check that out. Thank you for that fan cheer.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
Officially, good.
Sorry, Sun in the Shadows also specifies she's more of a Lantern fan than me. Odd because she doesn't even like sci-fi, and I love it. Interesting.
That is
Very complex relationship.
You're
you
hitting
guys have.
gold there.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're hitting gold there, man.
All right.
The chat was asked, "Are you looking forward to Lanterns?" And we got a 59% yes.
Okay.
48%
Remember, if you don't have Max, there's other ways to watch Lanterns. Just Google it. Everyone keeps doing that. I'm like, well, I didn't see this show because I don't have Paramount or Peacock or whatever. I'm like, okay. Why?
To be fair, I don't know what these other ways are.
Look, all I'm saying is this, guys. I'm gonna quote someone here. Okay, I'm gonna quote someone here. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't theft.
If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't theft. Who are you quoting? Brian
Is
Montgomery?
that Robin Hood?
I'm quoting someone. I promise you that. If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't theft. I have every single season of Impractical Jokers on my Amazon Prime account. Do you know that?
Yes.
Recently, Impractical Jokers was sold to another network. It went from like TBS to TNT or one way or another. TNT to TBS, one way. Well, guess what? Guess who is going to lose the license to their Impractical Jokers now? Amazon Prime.
Oh, no. So you did not own it like they told you did.
But I bought it. I bought every season.
Bought it. You said you bought it.
Yeah, you know what? You know why I bought every season? So that I can turn it on during parties. So I can turn on.
Let it play.
I like to let them play because I know that the majority of Practical Jokers is safe for families. It's fun. It's a good time. Those guys are charming. It's something that I can put on whenever, however.
Right.
It was a good investment for me. Guess what? I'm going to lose access to those things. When they lose their license, I lose my right to own it.
So you, by all rights, should be able to download that any way you can get it because you've already bought it.
Right. And by the way, I have already, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying other people that don't have the same technical abilities that I do, they lose access. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I bought episodes that they deemed were too gnarly for TV and removed their service. They removed my paid product from their service. Final Space, another one. I bought the entire Final Space. I pre-bought it. I wanted to see that stuff so bad. And then they lost license and removed it from my library. So
Amazon have done stuff similar for me lately.
here's the deal, guys. Same thing with PlayStation. They just announced that they're losing their license.
Yeah.
Guys, I am not promoting anything illegal. I'm telling you, in my opinion, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't theft.
That's fair. Yeah. I think it's fair, especially because we've gone to this new thing, and I don't want to go too deep into this, but you can't own anything anymore. Everything you're renting, you're it's a subscription. You can't own anything anymore. And I think this is a bad place. This is a bad way to go. I understand businesses want to continue making as much money as possible every month, but this is bad for humanity. So
yeah, when I rip a copy of something I bought, I feel no shame whatsoever. I bought that. I own that.
You're special though. You also can go through the grocery store with a certain mindset and leave with another certain mindset.
Hey, listen. Say, chill out, bro. Chill out.
Hey, you said it on here before. It's not me.
All right. Matthew McGee also sent a Popcast membership. Ooh, membership's going to be stacked today, boys and girls.
Congratulations, Dutch Butters. He got
back in 1 minute, guys.
Dutch switches. Dutch was already a member. He switched his account and he got another membership. All right. Fan Cheered said free trials on different streamers if need be. Yeah,
this is true.
But here's the deal. Because the enshittification of everything, the free trials are starting to dry up. Anyone notice that? So
I didn't know.
This is how enshittification works, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say a bad word. This is what it's called now. This is the term people use. Enshittification means these giant tech companies create a product, and they give it away for almost free. Free trials, free access, limited commercials, limited everything, right? And they create a need, they create a want, and like drug dealers. They go, come look at our Peacock free account, only a couple ads, no big deal. You can upgrade for only $3 and get no ads. Most people do that. Netflix, same thing. Amazon Prime, you get Amazon Prime, you get Prime for free. But now, guess what? Now you got to pay for it, the ad free. And these tech companies, AI, Adobe, any subscription service, they start in a place that is super reasonable, and they offer a service that is pretty good, if not great, and they get you hooked on what they offer, just like a drug. And then
I'll give you an example.
They slowly make it shitty. They slowly raise the price to where it's untenable. They slowly raise the amount of ads to where it's untenable. They slowly remove how many products that they're giving you, how many new shows, how many episodes of TV, until it's like 3 episodes of TV is considered a season. Screw you. No, it's not. This is the shitification of everything. And that's how everything works for some reason. Go ahead, Jen. Go on.
Well, it's like Grok earlier. I'll give you an example. It came up and it said you've used 95% of your weekly allowance.
Damn, bro.
Upgrade to this plan now, for this. And I was like, no, I don't think I will.
Well, the thing is, aren't you already paying for the check mark?
I've got the check mark, but I've got the standard Grok plan.
Right, but if you're paying $8 a month, you should get unlimited access to like basic Grok.
You do get basic Grok
but they limit it now. They limit how much you can use it. Yeah. Then they want you on Super Grok.
Here's all the problems that a lot of people are facing now with the shitification of services like AI, Adobe. I don't have these problems.
Did you say the shitification? Am I reading?
It's called shitification. Right? That's the term. I didn't make that up. Shitification.
It's the first time I've heard it, but I agree with it.
The reason I don't suffer from these same problems is because I've adopted a mindset of I own these things because I purchased them. Maybe it was long ago, but I did. I shouldn't have to pay this much to have Adobe on all my devices. I will pay you a standard fee, but in my mind, if I'm paying you a monthly fee for my Adobe product, I get to have that Adobe product on all my computers. Not on one computer, on all my computers. Because if I bought that software from a store, I'd be able to install that on any computer I have.
You can't even buy it at a store anymore.
Right. But in the past, when I bought from a store, I can install it wherever I wanted. I own that copy. So if I'm renting a copy of Adobe, the Adobe suite, and I want to install it on more than one computer, right now they tell you can't do it. What do? I just do it. I have ways to do it. And I don't feel morally wrong about that. I feel completely in the right because they changed the terms after I bought it.
I agree with you.
When I bought it, it was unlimited uses. Then you changed the term. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to have to do some things that some people might find morally gray to get back to the terms that I agreed to when I bought the thing.
I don't think that's morally gray. That is not morally gray. I think if you paid for it and they took it away, I think you should be able to get it. I mean, that's bullshit.
That's what we believe. That's not what they say.
They want to make the money.
I just have sleepless nights thinking about when Shane AI takes over the planet. Because
same way AI. So you use Grok. I just installed I installed my local AI. I call it Shane. Yeah. Shane SHAIN3. That's my local. I have no limits.
Yeah.
Now also it might not be as powerful, but you know what? I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for AI, dude. Not when I can install one on my computer. So I don't know. I think you can free yourself from the shitification with a little bit of
jiggery pokery.
Some jiggery pokery, yeah. Yeah, that's
shitification. I like that. From Fan Cheer, $2. New platforms coming up that are 100% sale. New platforms that are not just licensed purchasing. Interesting. Well, that's cool.
But how would that even work? Because the studios are not going to give them 100%.
Still take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not forever. It's what you just said. It's the drug lords getting you a taste.
Right.
Just give you a taste, man.
Yeah.
Come back and pay for it later.
Taste. All right. Speaking of taste, let's talk about Blade Runner 2099. New
Thank
series
you.
coming out of Prime Video. $10 says that it'll be an 8 episode miniseries like everything else
8
is.
episodes, baby. That's how it is.
But here we go. This is Blade Runner 2099. We have the teaser trailer right here. We're gonna check it out together, and this is the first time watching this. I have not seen this.
I've seen it.
Yeah, Shane has seen it. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it. This is my first reaction. I'm a fan of Blade Runner, the original,
I've seen it.
and Total Recall. Fan of these, I like science fiction. Am I a fan of the recent Blade Runner stuff? Not as much.
It's only 6 episodes.
So here we are, a 6 episode. God, so, do you see what I'm talking about when I say inshiftification? They are slowly, removing value while raising prices. So they're raising the prices slowly by removing your value. It's going like this. You're paying more and they're giving you less every single year, dude.
I will say you're right, but in all fairness, they are calling this a mini series, not a TV show.
Whatever.
So it's basically supposed to be a long movie.
Okay. I mean, listen, if I've said before, to do Blade Runner correctly, I do believe it needs a miniseries, minimum.
Yeah, you're right.
Like there's some sci-fi epics that you cannot do in a 2.5 hour movie. You just can't. And Blade Runner is one of them. Okay, here we go. Don't like that jacket. I can tell you that right now.
We already
I like the
fought
world,
a
though.
war. We lost.
When they say executive producer Ridley Scott,
He's
how
sat
much?
at home.
Yeah, he's at home, right?
He's getting paid, bro. That's
So
what it is.
that's basically like they sent him some money to license his name for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's his. I mean, he's the original Blade Runner guy. So
I know that, but like he didn't work on this project.
Probably not. I mean, executive producers rarely do.
Right.
So, and here's the other thing. You said you liked the setup of the city. They intentionally tried to go lighter instead of darker this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too dark before. It was way too dark, and I hate to be that guy, but it's confusing to me that, like, okay, what was the last Blade movie called? Blade. What year was the last Blade movie set in? Or Blade
2049.
2049. So 2049. You expect me to believe that in 20 years, not only are we going to be in the future, but that future will have also been aged up 100 years. Because everything in that movie looked like it was super high tech, and it's been high tech for a century.
Well, you got to remember, all the Blade Runners have aged over time. So I think the first Blade Runner was 1999, right?
It's just hard. For
We've
me to
already
buy.
passed that.
I feel like you need to set your Blade Runners on other planets or farther into the future, so it's not such a glaring problem for me.
It's hard though, because then if you go from 1999 to 2040, that's 50 years. So in this universe, you can't go too far in the future. Then you lose connection with the whole replicator, the whole point of the whole
replicant. Yeah. Synthetic,
the whole
whatever.
replicant. Yeah. The whole point of the storyline would be lost if you went too far.
That's true. Hey, Shez44 says they gender swapped the main character. Not exactly. Not exactly. we're going to talk about that. But not exactly. But hold on to that thought. Hold on to that shot, Shez. Not exactly.
Replicants. They keep taking it all away.
That was cool.
How much longer? Until we have nothing. Until we are not.
I feel like this is like a referendum on like AI. How much longer till they take all of our jobs?
I felt that.
Before it was like illegal immigration, and now it's AI. Before it was like Mexicans, then now it's the clankers. They're taking our jobs.
Kenneth LaRoque is 100% in the chat. I watched this yesterday, and I straight away thought, I know where this series is going.
Right.
100%.
I like this. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a really creative way to do that.
I do like Michelle Yeoh. I've said it a million times, even though
I love
she's
her and everything.
give us some of the worst Star Trek we've ever seen. For some reason, I just love that actress. I can't
It's
get
not
over
her
it.
fault.
Not her fault. It's not her fault. She's a wonderful actor.
The old world forever fights to come back. Humans want what was taken from them. But it's our time now.
The clankers are coming. The clankers are coming. The girl boss clankers. Okay, so John, can you please explain as to why they did not gender bend the character?
Because it's a man, baby.
Yeah.
But do you know why?
Hunter
Do you know
Schafer
what?
is biologically a man.
Yeah. And do you know
He's,
what?
he's just dressed as a woman. So
This is 100% going to be a DEI woke series
Oh, yeah.
talking about
Oh, yeah.
talking about the minority, the replicants of the minorities that are being put down. You can see it already from the trailer. The other thing I laughed at in the trailer as well when I watched it yesterday was they're all female apart from one black guy. And you see, I think for a second, you see one white guy apart from Hunter Schafer. Just clarify that. And he is beating up Hunter Schafer.
right. He's,
You know, that's the only time
he's
the
the villain. He's the
Yeah.
villain. He's the
White guy
transphobe.
bad.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's coming.
It's so interesting to me. It's actually fascinating that Hunter Schafer is going to be playing a character that we don't know whether they are a replicant or a human.
Well, I think we do.
well,
I think Hunter Schafer's a human.
I mean,
I do believe so. I do believe. I could be wrong. I think Michelle Yeoh is obviously
obviously a replicant, right? Or synthetic,
You're
whatever the
all-
hell they're called.
You're also going to have the replicants that they're going to be doing how they're going to do a comment about how they can change genders and things like that with the replicants. I know that's coming without even watching it. So when we do review it, I'm just going to tick the boxes as we go throughout the episodes.
Well, and also it's interesting. It's like, is AI just trying to like set us up? This is an interesting thought. What if the dead internet theory is correct? And the internet has already been taken over. More than 50% of the internet is already taken over by bots. And AI is controlling these vast array of bots. And now it's starting to help the studios create these scripts and these ideas like Blade Runner. And all of it is like a subtle manipulation to get us to accept the clankers. I'm calling them, everyone calls them clankers. And I like that term. It's a derogatory term for AI bots. The clankers are coming. They're already here. They're already here, guys. My wife was gonna take a second job at the county, the school county, as like this weekend thing for like troubled kids, and she went on a job interview. I'm not joking. The job interview started off with an AI chatbot asking her questions before she can get to the actual digital job interview.
I feel like that's everything we do now.
So the clankers are taking over, which means they've already taken over, actually. And here's the problem. Now we're getting a lot of subtle movies that are either painting AI as the misunderstood villain or as the savior of humanity.
This
movie will not do that.
Okay.
So real quick, John, this movie is different. So this has been a buildup. If you go back to the original Blade Runner movie, where the clankers are being abused, basically, right? And you can see this, and then 2049, you can see the shift. Well, between 2049 and 2099, there's a war, and the clankers have won the war, and now humans are second-class citizens. That's what's actually occurring here. So it's not going to be I hear what you were saying earlier, John, but that's not actually what the show is going to be. This is going to be humanity trying to regain control, is what this show is going to be about. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you're trying to tell me, Brian, that I'm just a power battery, like in the Matrix of the machines, my naked body is not going to give him much of a charge. I've got to tell you that right now, mate.
as cool of a concept as it was in the Matrix, like when I was young, when I was 18, and when I watched that movie, I was like, "Oh, that's a super cool sci-fi theory." Like the second I became educated on electricity and bioelectricity and all that, I'm like, that's actually a horrible battery. It would make way more sense to tap the geothermal vents or like anything else. Bioelectricity is so small. The cost to keep a human alive versus the output would be so negligent, bro. It's actually a bad premise.
But it is the most horrifying.
But it is the most horrifying. Yeah. But it might be the most inefficient way to generate electricity in the history of ideas.
Like
the power generation needed to keep them alive is like 5,000% more than what they can produce. It makes no sense.
I would love you to be sat in front of the machines and you actually debating this and you going, hold up. Before you put me in my little alcove with all my little ectoplasm all around me and make me naked,
that was dead people.
I just want to explain to you this won't work. What, a Matrix?
Yeah. So after people died, the sludge that they're consuming is dead.
Of course, yeah, they're feeding them.
So they're feeding. So it's it actually, to keep them going is not that much of a problem.
Well, you have to keep them alive in there. It has to be.
That's the
oxygen
tubes
and air conditioning and all that. Like,
we still got oxygen. Yeah, I mean the planet wasn't completely destroyed of all that.
I think it's going to cost a lot more. Just moving one of those pods is like 5,000.
The electricity that's put off that allows them to operate.
Right.
To be fair,
there's wind on that planet. Just install wind farms, guys. It's not that hard. I don't understand.
To be fair, don't talk about wind farms. I live in the UK.
I mean, the wind farms are not efficient, but there's so much more.
Killing the whales.
But guys, wind farms are like 1,000 times more efficient than bioelectricity. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. But to be fair about that Matrix movie, I'm actually, when I watch all three of them, I'm on the side of the machines, because in the second one, you find they're constantly just doing orgies down in the center of the core of the earth.
I agree.
I completely agree with the machines on this.
The second movie really messed up the Matrix for me. I was like, yeah, humans, let's go. And then they give us the second movie, it's just like a giant depraved orgy every week.
I was like, they're gyrating their tube holes.
It was so gross.
Each other. What's going on?
Yeah. As much as I love Monica Bellucci, it wasn't enough for me to save that film for me, to be honest.
No.
It also made it more confusing. Like, the longer Matrix went, the more confusing it got. It didn't make it, they didn't add to it in a better way. They added to it in a worse way. If you only ever watched the first Matrix movie, I envy you. Okay, so anyways, about this film, people are saying they're not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Kenneth said that they already said he's a human pretending to be a replicant. So Hunter Schafer is a Hunter Schafer is a man pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a human, pretending to be a replicant.
Got it.
Alice, we got right down the looking hole, haven't we, on this one?
We've got 50% on the poll. I asked, will you be watching Blade Runner 2099? About half of our audience says yes.
I mean, we'll watch it because we're going to review it, but I'm not looking forward to it. But then, in all honesty and full transparency, I'm not a big fan of the first Blade Runner or the various versions. They never did it for me. I always found them quite boring and dull. So I was never invested in a Blade Runner series anyway. And I hate it by the fact this is coming. And where's my flipping Stargate?
It is a very cerebral experience.
Yeah, I love how they're greenlighting everything except for Stargate. It's so frustrating. It's
RoboCop.
Like,
I know.
It's like RoboCop. Blade Runner, RoboCop. Yeah. Where's Stargate? What are you doing? Stop distracting us.
Someone's got to pay for this. Yeah.
Shed says they already had an AI go rogue, break into another AI company's server, pass the security. Yeah, that actually happened. But to be fair, it actually they tasked the AI to do what it to run scenarios until it can do that. Problem is, they didn't task it correctly, and they didn't make sure that it was an exercise, and so it did it on the fly behind their back until it got caught. Yeah, listen, I was on the side of not the alarmist, but like a couple years ago when AI started, I remember telling Shane, people are being way too alarmist about this. They're losing their minds about something that's not going to happen. First off, AGI is just not that special. It makes way more sense, capitalist-wise, profit-wise, to stick with ANI and make the best ANI possible. ANI is artificial narrow intelligence, where it's very good at doing individual tasks, right? Because AGI is artificial general intelligence, and basically that means it's an AI that's capable of pretty much anything a human can do. But it's not superhuman at, like, say, generating images. So an ANI makes more sense money-wise. And I told Shane that getting to AGI is near impossible. There's so many limiting factors that it would take decades and decades for us to get to AGI. And more than likely, we're just going to keep producing the best ANI versions of AI. And that will generally probably make the world a better place and help people do their jobs. But then every single country started building data centers. And when I say data, everywhere, every country, including ours, started building data centers. Trillions of dollars going into making data centers. The Stargate program, no relation to actual Stargate. Now they're talking about launching. SpaceX wants to create a server farm in space. You're like, wait a minute, guys. When I said that, I didn't expect the whole world to all of a sudden dedicate all their resources to getting to AGI that quickly. But that seemingly is sort of what we've done. We have the majority of these moguls and government officials have decided that what we need is the best AI, and now we're in this Cold War, this arms race to have the best. And everyone is spending all their money to create AGI, when in reality, AGI is actually not that great. The best ANIs will always be the limited general intelligence. But we're still going for it, which means that, I think humans lose in the long run. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think humans ultimately, eventually lose. Not that they're going to be hostile, but that while we might have slightly better capabilities, I think that we might make less. There might be less for people, and I don't know the outcome, but I don't think humans win.
Well, it comes back to what's the drive for humanity. What do you get up to each day? If everything else is kind of done for you, what's the purpose? That's a big question for humanity. The other thing I would say as well, guys, is I don't know about you, but in the UK they keep talking about we've got to go to green energy and do all this and do that, but yet they'll spend billions and billions for contracts for having large corporations build data centers off the coast of the UK, which is draining vast resources of energy.
Not all data centers are for AI, but the reason why people are going so hard into them is because of the AI arms race. One thing that Shez here says, Monkey Jeeba, sorry, you can't get humans right, you will never get perfect AI. No, and that's the point. Like, once you get to AGI, then we're not in charge anymore of creating AI. It can create itself. And once it can already create itself, but once it can actually create itself and code and determine its ANI, its narrow purpose, then that's when things get really bad. The blockchain, no one can ever break that code. It's like it would take a gazillion years, right? But not if you're an AI trained for that one purpose. And at some point, if you break that blockchain, then all your cryptocurrency is going to be worthless.
I got to tell you guys,
that can happen in a very short period of time with the right AI. So,
switching gears a little bit back to Blade Runner, it's interesting. So, Silka Louisa is the showrunner and executive producer of the show. She has a very short career. She did a TV series called Shining Girls, which was about a serial killer thing. And she also did Halo. which did not go well. What do you think the obsession is with? Is it just me, or does it seem like there are so many female showrunners?
With not enough,
so many. Like every new show seems to feel like it's.
I think it's because the requirements for the Academy and Emmys and all that, like you have requirements now.
They're so underexperienced.
And there's a better chance of you getting awards that you can then put in front of your stupid trailers and streaming, wallpapers and platform pictures and accolades than if you have a female, a woman showrunner. And they're super inexperienced. It makes no sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense to hire a woman. Hire a woman if they're experienced.
No, the woman part
if they got the chops.
Right.
It's just
anybody.
If you're being fair, the percentage of women versus men, in this industry it's still hugely outnumbered. There's a lot more dudes than girls.
Right. But when they hired Noga Landau to do Starfleet Academy,
right.
As much as I didn't like that, they were looking for Noga Landau's very particular style.
Yes.
So they hired the right person because that's what they wanted, and that's what they got. We don't like the direction it went, but Noga Landau did exactly what she was hired to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying about this person. So Silka Louisa, serial killer, futuristic, Halo, right, goes along with the Blade Runner idea. Like if you can put the two together a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see why she gets hired for it. But what I'm saying is because maybe that's the direction they want to go but it looks like they are really looking for these type of people to pull into these shows, because you're not hearing anything about if every time we seem to break out a new show, we wonder what's going on. For example, does Martin Gero, does Martin Gero, if he's a woman, does he get to keep making his show?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially if he's like a disabled black trans woman.
Yeah. And until that, it's not going to get better, is it? It's not going to get better until this is
Gero, you know what you need to do? You need to become Martha Gero. Just transition and you'll get your show back, dude.
Yeah,
just work with Joan Malossi.
All I'm saying is there's nothing that this young woman has done to deserve being handed a Blade Runner miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
But the trouble is, mate, I think they see these as like they're almost like their trial shows now. That's the trouble. Whereas you're right, previously it would have been they'd start on a low budget show, they'd work their way up, they'd get pitched up to a higher bar series or a movie. Now it's not. It's just like, okay, the diversity quota says we've got to fill these positions, so we'll give that to that person, that to that person, that to that person.
Let me ask you another question, John.
Yeah.
How many of these shows have been successful? How many of these shows where they've lopped forward some young girl to showrun that's done some other stuff, how many of them have worked?
None of them.
So this gives me very low confidence about Blade Runner.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I would argue, and I'm not defending it, but when they did that for Academy, they hired her very specifically for that job.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
They weren't hiring someone with a style to make Starfleet Academy. They were hiring someone to make Starfleet Academy just like she makes other.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was their target audience, Brian?
Yeah, the target audience was CW girls and kids.
Who's their target audience for Blade Runner 2099?
Us, 40-year-old men.
Right.
Problem.
Yeah.
Right. That's a problem.
It is, and again, but they don't see it that way, do they? Because what was it? And I'm paraphrasing, but didn't we do on a show the other week where we were talking about Spider Noir and Nick Cage, and he was talking about what he had to go through to actually get that
Yeah, he had to convince them that young people would like it, and that
exactly. And there's the problem, because you can guarantee an exec is looking at this and going, "Oh, it's tailored for 40-year-olds, and upwards." But how do we get a new modern audience in?
And here's the problem with that: like, if Nicolas Cage has to go to like the head of the studio and beg and convince her that it's going to be a modern audience, then we got a problem, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So it's Ridley Scott. If Ridley Scott, who was active in this, was active in this. If Ridley Scott can't say, okay, well, the best person for this is such and such. If in order for him to get Blade Runner 2099 done, he has to say, well, I'm bringing in this hot new girl executive to run the show, and that's going to bring in the younger audience. I mean, that's where we're at, guys.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to Stargate. You know, I don't know it for sure, but I can only imagine the kind of pushback that Martin and co were getting on you need to push for this modern audience. You know, there must have been a lot of that.
We need more Gage of Foz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know.
And listen, so that's why I'll tell you, RoboCop, you guys are all like cheering right now that you got it. And congratulations for you guys. You even got some of the OG people involved.
Yeah.
You're on the clock.
Yeah. Good luck.
Let's see if you guys actually get to production. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're gonna get. I'm not giving 6 months.
Next announcement.
6 months before they either cast a gender bent trans actor or whatever, or it's canceled.
Yeah. Hunter Schafer.
And then RoboCop.
And in a couple of months' time, there'll be an announcement that the RoboCop production is moving to London.
Yeah. It's like
the cycle will continue.
Monkey Jeebus says that here they cast Hunter Schafer because he's on Euphoria, and the kids love that. That I see everybody from the Euphoria shows being spread out. I haven't seen 1 second of that.
What is it about that is loved so much? It's
something where the not just the people, but producers like, oh, they were on Euphoria. Oh yeah, put them in the show.
Yeah.
So there's something about that.
It's just
we probably need to go watch it so that way we can like figure out.
I've tried to watch it. It's boring, over sexualized, dramatic novellas, essentially, dude.
But that's what they want.
Yeah, but they're not. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, I've seen 6 episodes, and the 6 episodes I've seen are horrible. The characters are overacted. Everything is drawn out and dragged on and over-sexualized, sappy music. Guys, it's basically an HBO version of a soap opera, and it doesn't work for anyone that's not a teenage girl.
So maybe there you've just answered the question.
Yeah.
Their audiences are teenage girls.
But teenage girls shouldn't be watching it, Jane.
No.
I understand, but that's what they want. That's what Amazon and all of these people want is more teenage girls watching shows.
Yeah. Well, that's why Ncuti Gatwa was brought in by Russell T Davies to be Doctor Who. 1, he fancied him, and 2, he wanted him because he was on Sex Education.
He fancied him.
He fancied him.
Yeah, he fancied his butt.
He wanted to get freaky naughty.
All right, well, that's it for. Are you guys going to be watching Blade Runner? Let us know what you guys think in the comments and the chat. We're going to watch it because I have to review it, but not to be part of the problem here. But anyway, I'm hoping it's good, but more than likely, this is looking like a waste of our time. But let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. The audience has spoken. Will you be watching Blade Runner 2099? Is the question we asked. 58% said no.
What was that? What was that line from Tropic Thunder? It's a man playing another
Which
man.
one?
What's it? Come on, give me that line. Someone give me that line. The line from Tropic Thunder. I'm a man playing another man, playing another man. Oh my God, I gotta get that.
Oh, that film is just glorious.
Okay, here we go. I'm a dude, but yeah. Here we go. You
can focus up.
All right, this is for you guys before we end the clip.
Now, motherfucking say, it's me, Tug.
It's me, Tug.
That's right. Now, Tug who?
Tug who? I don't know. Who are you?
Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
The reaction shot, dude.
Yeah,
this is such a great movie, man.
So good. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
How did we get from that to where we are now? You know, it always astounds me. Just top drawer stuff.
Anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, one thing I wanted to say here, just to button up the AI thing. Anthony, this is a perfect example of what ANI is, artificial narrow intelligence. I don't even know how you remember this, but my AI that I trained, it's called Shane. It's named after my brother. It also sounds like my brother. It's pretty cool. Shane AI. There's an instance. I have different instances of Shane. So basically, the SHAIN3 has Shane Voyager, Shane insert insert name here. And those instances are trained on very specific things. That's the definition of ANI. And one of those things, when I was editing our Voyager documentary, I wanted to find the one time 7 of 9 said logical. I remember it happening, but I couldn't find it. I trained in AI with every episode of Voyager and the scripts from Voyager to basically run through it and find me the timestamp in the episode. And then I ended up using that AI to do a bunch of other things that were Voyager related. So basically finding me moments in the show and words from characters and very specific things to use in our documentary. If I had not used that AI, the documentary would have taken me a year instead of 4 months.
That's a good point.
You know, that's the definition of an ANI. It didn't do my work for me. It helped me do my work faster. That's what ANI is. And
that's the secret.
And when AI was just ANI, I was fine. It's when every country started to weaponize it as AGIs I'm a little more concerned.
Thank you, Monkey Jeebus. Welcome to cast member. He said he had some funds in his Venmo, so he hooked us up.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
All right, we have another story here. There's a dude playing another dude.
Another story.
Playing another dude. Oh yeah.
Playing a dude. Disguised as another dude.
Oh man, I really do miss that. That was such a good times. I wish the movie Curse Less so I could show my kids, but
I wish there was just more comedy these days.
Right.
Yeah,
I miss comedy.
So guys, Spaceballs 2 is officially happening, and of course, the cast and crew made their way to Comic-Con in San Diego this year with some really big announcements. You guys have to see this. This is huge. This is the Spaceballs cinematic universe. These are shots taken from the Spaceballs panel. We're going to get Spaceballs, The Schwartz Awaken. And in 2030, Spaceballs, Winnebago Nights. 2029, The Franchise Menace. Then in 2031, Super Duper Secret Wars. All right.
Oh, nice.
I love this one. 2032-ish. Dark Helmet Origins. Who knows? Dark Helmet Origins 2. Question mark. Origins 3. Probably. Origins. I love that. Origins. 2033, Yogurt. 2034, Mog, The Last Dog Standing.
Nice.
2035, Heroes Drudea, Rogue Dumbs. 2036, Spaceballs, but for kids. I love this. When Phase 5, like they abandoned like the normal, and it just starts getting all squiggly lines. Phase 5, maybe 7, Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders, Lone Star. Yeah. My favorite.
5, maybe 7.
My favorite one though in this was where is it? Oh, I forgot. There was another screenshot where it says where does it say? It says
the musical.
It says Spaceballs the Snyder Cut somewhere. Yeah, over here. The Snyder Cut. It's in Phase 9. Good luck. Real small says Spaceballs the Snyder Cut. So good.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, Spaceballs, the first Spaceballs, of course, came out in 1987. And since then, of course, we've lost John Candy and we've lost Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I never liked Joan Rivers in anything, but I loved her as Dot Matrix. And it's amazing that it took this long to get a second one. But I love... And I don't know if you're going to show it right now, Rick Moranis, what he had to say about.
I'm going to show that next. I want to show you guys the top comment, the first reply to this from some guy on Twitter named Vasas. He says, "They already ruined the fucking film with this shit. We don't need a cinematic universe for every fucking movie."
Dude, quickly edit and put /S. Quickly edit that shit, bro.
Yeah,
bro. Come on, dude. But there's 129 people, 37 people like this, 100 plus comments. That, in my opinion, I think there's at least 130 people that are just stupid. Just so you guys know, Spaceballs, if you've never seen it, is literally a parody of the film industry.
Of course, but
yeah,
I just want to pray that this guy knew that when he wrote this, and it's just an ironic post.
I love this. Kevin Hughes. Man, Twitter people remain the dumbest.
Look at that.
Here's your problem. That was good.
Oh, man. Really great. Anyways. All right, now let's go look at the Rick Moranis stuff.
And you guys got to remember, Rick Moranis, retired years ago to be with his family. And
go ahead.
Dark Helmet is the main character.
Right.
If you go back to say it, the most enjoyable character in the whole movie is Dark Helmet. I'm sorry.
It's superb.
And there's a lot of great characters, important pieces, but he's like the glue,
right?
Of course, Darth Vader. So when Rick wasn't doing anything for years, Spaceballs would have a hard time having a sequel, I think. So anyways, I'll let you play it.
With the first one, when he's playing with the dolls, is just
oh god, so great,
fantastic stuff. That's Rick Moranis to a T. It's so good.
Who would have guessed Rick Moranis was going to be such a freaking genius? And some of his early stuff, you're kind of like, oh, okay, he's a moron. But
it's like Ghostbusters. I adore it, obviously, but I'd love Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters just because of the character he plays. It's just so good.
Let me tell you guys what we're going to do. Yeah. He goes back to the SCTV days. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
You guys saw Strange Brew back in 1983. Classic movie, man.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was massive.
Yeah, he was already very popular by then.
Yeah, I was actually super surprised that they were able to pull him out of retirement for this one. Can I tell you? I imagine this is how it went. What's the name of the guy who made Spaceballs? His name is
You mean Mel Brooks?
Yeah, Mel Brooks. I can imagine Mel Brooks, right? He's sitting in Rick's living room in the dark. And Rick comes in from walking his dog, and you see the light come on. And there's Mel Brooks. He says, Rick, I need you one more time. And Rick's like, damn it, Mel, I'm too old for this shit.
Well, the fact they couldn't even get him to come out of retirement for Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
it says it all.
I don't know how they got him to come out of retirement for.
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. I think so. Back in 2018, he did an episode of the Goldbergs where he did the voice of Dark Helmet. Now he hadn't done anything since 2008, and he had been doing voice acting basically since 2003. So he really stopped doing anything back, right around 2000, 2001. He hadn't done anything. He'd done a little bit of voice stuff, but they got him to do the Goldbergs, the voice. And I believe that was probably the Oedipus of him eventually coming back to do Spaceballs 2.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty awesome, though. We've all wanted to see Rick for a long time now. I also don't think Rick Moranis, as fun as he is, he didn't really got his chance to be like the leading man, which sort of sucks.
I mean, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he was.
He was, but he also played second fiddle to the kids and the concept itself. Like, it wasn't just him.
Little Giants, yeah. I mean, he did.
He was
Barney Rubble in the Flintstones. You guys got to remember,
That's the definition of like the sidekick, though.
He was.
Even when he's the main character, he's often the sidekick to the concept itself.
Right.
So, like Spaceballs, this is a role that does allow him some more authority, I think.
He does steal the scene, though.
He steals the scene,
that he's in, because he's just so talented. He's a joy to watch, so I'm glad he's back.
All right, well, here it is. This is Comic-Con yesterday.
Rick Moranis!
I know I saw him at the hotel pool.
I mean, maybe he decided not to come. He was with me. I don't know.
I saw him trying to buy weed in the parking lot, I'll be honest with you. Maybe, you know what we should do? We have to comb the audience.
Yeah, great idea.
There it is, they're combing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing that that's what people pull from the first movie the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. There it is. Hey, lift your helmet. Lift your helmet. No, he ain't Canadian enough. Try that guy. Yeah. Lift your helmet. Lift your helmet. No, that's too tall to be Rick Moranis. He wishes.
Is Kevin Smith just like a professional host now?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know why Kevin Smith is like apparently the guy you put in front of every nerd event ever. And I get it. I get that he became that sort of. He was like the forefront of the nerd internet.
Yeah,
but
Fat Man
but he's lost a lot of that cred now amongst real nerds. And now, but he's still like corporate America still sees Kevin Smith as like king of the nerds for some reason.
He lied about Masters of the Universe, saying he was a big fan when he was on record sort of a decade ago, saying he'd never watched it and never enjoyed it. You know, when
the same guy who cried during the Flash finale.
Yeah.
Obviously, like he's definitely a paid show now, but people still consider him to be king of the nerds for some reason.
That guy, try that guy. Oh, try that guy. Hey, lift your helmet, man.
He doesn't look bad, bro. Looks pretty good, right?
Dude, they should have had Tim Russ pulling that comb, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is huge for any self-respecting geek man. Spaceballs is a movie that I saw in a movie theater that I grew up to buy with my friends. I now own the movie theater where I actually saw Spaceballs. So being here for the panel means
Kevin.
absolutely everything, man. So I'm going to
Cool,
dive in. Is he with us?
Kevin is just so insufferable lately, man.
Yeah.
Tough, dude. He's tough to watch.
Yeah.
He's almost like watching Josh Gad. Oh, there he is.
He looks great. He looks great.
He does look good, man.
He doesn't look like a lot of these actors that come back after a long time. They look like they're ancient. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can still act though, huh?
That's what all those years away from Hollywood does for you.
Yeah.
Oh, he can. Listen to him right now. He can still bring it.
Rick, it has been. Have you ever been to Hall H before? Have you ever been to Comic-Con before? No, this is my first time. It seems like impossible to think of considering you are geek royalty, man. Of course, not only Dark Helmet, but Seymour Krelborn. Louis Tully. The most irresponsible father in movie history who shrunk his kids. You are a part and a heart of this world, and a lot of us here in the audience, and definitely up here, you made our childhoods better, man. Thank you so much.
I mean, yeah, he's right.
It's a pleasure to be here with this movie. I am so excited.
Turn his mic up, guys. Jeez, come on.
Rick is underselling it. They're announcing it as part
Kevin's
of the
3 times louder than he is.
tomorrow, so-
Dude, Josh Gad looks ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
He looks like a psychopath.
What gives you the balls to make this movie, man? How do you?
Can I have a question? Is Josh Gad playing the John Candy role?
He has to be playing. Yeah, but it's not gonna
the
be
son of.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
Son of Barf.
Son of Barf.
Yeah.
Do you have a clip of Rick Moranis actually playing the role?
Although I will say
It ended here,
the clip in Slack is him talking about it, but
Okay.
which you can play. But the thing about Josh Gad is they are not listing his character on IMDb, but he has to be playing Barf's kid,
Obviously.
just because he's opposite of Starburst, who's being played by Bill Pullman's kid, Lewis Pullman, who's Lone Star's kid, Starburst.
Yeah, and like he literally looks like he's cosplaying as John Candy right now.
Yeah, he's gained a lot of weight, bro.
A lot of weight, right? Okay, so that wasn't just me. All right. This is Rick Moranis actually talking about the role. Thank you for that, Shane.
Actually, I started talking to Mel about a sequel in 1989, and and we kept talking about it. I really wasn't retired. I was just negotiating. Plays hardball. But no, this came along right at the right time, and I started talking to these folks and hearing who was going to be in it. And I spoke to Josh Greenbaum, and I heard that Bill Pullman was coming back, and that Lewis was going to be in it too. And it just felt like this is it. It's time, and yes, I said yes, and it is the best decision I've ever made. It was
I love hearing his confidence.
Yeah. I haven't seen Bill Pullman either since probably that last season of Torchwood, Miracle Day or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He was in that, wasn't he?
He did something recently. But hearing Rick so confident about it. Now they've already shot everything. So, hearing that means that he feels like he did well this time around. Like Dark Helmet's going to be good, or he wouldn't be feeling this confident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. He was in The Burrows. Yes. So Bill Pullman was in the TV show The Burrows, which came out recently on Netflix, and he was very good in it. So Bill Pullman still got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, listen, that's it for Spaceballs 2. Are you guys looking forward to this? I am. I need more irreverent comedy in my life. And just same with Scary Movie. It didn't have to be a good movie. It just had to be a movie that made fun of all the bad movies. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And it pretty much delivered that. So if we can get more of that irreverent sort of parody movies like Spaceballs, and from Mel Brooks, from the original cast and crew, and whoever's left, this is cool, man. This is gonna be, you know what? You had to do it now because you couldn't do it in 2 years.
That's true. And we asked the audience here, 86% of the people watching said they are looking forward to watching Spaceballs 2.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
And Mel Brooks is, let's face it, he could go longer, but he's already ancient. So there's no way that we're probably going to get much more from him that he's going to be able to do.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's 100 years old. So,
all right. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you looking forward to this? Give us your thoughts on the Spaceballs 2 and what they did at Comic-Con. And hey, you want that cinematic universe? Let us know in the comments below. All right. We have this last topic before we're going to the members section.
Wait, before we go on,
go ahead.
Can I just say, we didn't really talk about it, but Mel Brooks turned 100 on June 28th, and he's acting in this fucking movie. I mean, can we just for a moment, recognize insane how incredible that is? Dude.
It's on another level. It's like him and Shatner, isn't it?
This would be his last movie for sure.
It has to be.
Right.
But he's, you listen to him talk, dude. He's got to bring it as Yogurt. He's got to bring it for whatever scene he's in at 99 when they're shooting this. I'm just saying.
Yep. Okay. Next up, my friends, we are talking about Stargate. Hashtag Save Stargate. And yesterday was a pretty monumental day for the campaign as they flew a massive banner once again over Comic-Con in San Diego, and David from Dial the Gate, along with others, were there to cover it live. We really wanted to cover it, but it was at a really weird time. I have a regular job. This doesn't pay my bills. There's no way for me to have covered this live. And originally this was supposed to be on a Saturday, but they couldn't get the plane. So it was yesterday. David stepped up to the plate and handled it. A great little stream, which I'm going to link the whole stream in the description of this clip. But for now, I want to sort of scan through it and talk about the campaign and see what happens. You guys good with that?
Yeah, and I did watch the whole video, the live stream yesterday that they had, which was pretty cool. So, yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah. This is Dial the Gate. Again, I will put the link in the description so you can watch the entire thing on Dial the Gate. It's an hour and 45 minutes or so. So, obviously, we can't do that here, but we're going to burn through a little bit. It actually goes from daytime to nighttime. So it starts off with Dave and
San Diego Comic Con.
Why am I forgetting her name right now? Stipend?
San Diego.
Huh?
Now this is so just to be clear, this was the 7 p.m. live stream. So this was the party at the top of the building that they had yesterday. So they had another live stream from 11 to 12:30ish.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have the wrong one.
That shows the thing, and then this one was basically everybody partying.
How did I get the wrong? Oh yeah, you're right.
Because there's 2 live streams. He live streamed it.
All right, good for him. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is the right one. I apologize. This one's about an hour long. I'll put the link to both for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun to watch both of them.
Here we go.
Yeah, man, that is impossible.
There's the plane. And by the way, for everyone that was like, "Dude, your camera sucks," it's hard to live stream a plane 1,000 feet away or whatever, a long way away from a phone also streaming to the internet. So it wasn't just me. I guarantee you that.
I feel like even getting video of this on your phone wouldn't be that clear.
No, it wouldn't.
And so everybody complaining about we don't have good pictures of UFOs, just shut the hell up. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna parachute in above Comic-Con, and then I was gonna land throwing out Stargate badges to everybody.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the flight. I couldn't do it.
I wanted to too, but I couldn't. My ZPM was drained. So.
I just didn't want to go. Too many people.
Right. Is it backwards?
By the way, Rec Thoughts, thank you. People have no idea how hard it is to film stuff in the sky. Yes. It's hard, bro. It's hard.
No.
Is it backwards?
Yeah, it's backwards.
It was backwards.
Come on, buddy. Can you text him?
No, he's flying the other direction, man.
We are.
He's like, is it backwards? Can you text him?
The other direction.
By the way, this is why you don't put it on a clear background.
Yeah.
They keep making this mistake with the planes. Put it on a white background and double side that thing, dude.
It's probably more expensive to do that.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're live.
There's my boy. That's James. What's up, James? I mean, David too. I like David too, but James is a rock star.
James has been, if you guys don't know, James has been like,
he was in London,
the ambassador of this entire Save Stargate thing. He's been everywhere. He's been coordinating all these events, and it was all quite by accident. So he's been very, very, very fresh. And of course, David, you guys know from Dial the Gate. David also got a really interesting announcement. He's going to be doing a show with Michael Shanks. Michael Shanks wants to do a podcast, and David's going to be his co-host on this show. So very, very cool.
Awesome. By the way, Paulie got a good shot because it was just a picture. It wasn't a video. I'm going to stop complaining about it anyways.
Yeah, they want you to stop complaining.
To San Diego Comic-Con 2026. My name is David Reed. I'm with James Kerfoot. We are celebrating the Save Stargate campaign because it's the only thing we have to celebrate right now. But apparently we're celebrating it in reverse because he decided to fly backwards. Yeah. So hopefully he's going to come around here and show it the right way so that everyone can actually enjoy what the message is. So
it's so funny.
And he flew back and forth for 2 hours, so it was
I got to spend some time with James, and we now know James pretty well. And James is such a calm, measured person because so many people, excited, passionate people, are coming up to him like, "Do this. Where's this? Where's this?" And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's figure it out together." He's
the voice we need.
He really is. Whoever, I don't know how he became the guy running, basically at the spear point of this thing, but it's sort of perfect because he's very, very measured and calm. And he understands how to not fall into a stressful, anxiety-ridden state, and he's doing great, man.
Yeah. That was peachy keen. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. So I've never really done.
Oh, he is turning around.
He's turning around. Okay, there we go.
The video always looks better on your phone than it does being when it's streamed.
Oh, yeah. He's coming this way.
There it goes. There it is.
Straight at us.
So everyone, get your snipping tool ready on your Windows
he's not stopping.
Whatever
He's not
you have for your screenshots, because we're going to try and get you one here. This is the second day of Comic-Con, and it's the first of a couple of days where we're celebrating some Stargate.
Okay, what it says is everyone hearts Stargate, hashtag save Stargate. So I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
For a minute there, I couldn't figure out what the heart was, and so I was like, everyone S Stargate, but I get it.
Okay, goodness here. Is tomorrow technically Stargate Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Did you come up with that?
No.
You did not.
So that is an anniversary.
Oh.
I believe it's the anniversary of SG-1.
Everyone loves Stargate. Very, very nice, my man.
Hey, by the way, I would have just
So-
put everyone heart Stargate. I wouldn't have put the S there. I know it technically technically everyone loves, the S should be there, but I think people would have gotten it. I think some of the S is,
and
the
then
S
just
is
done
in
the
the
hashtag.
way. Right. The S,
at the
the S
end,
feels
yeah.
like it's in the way.
Well, I will say James is a very analytical person
Right.
who this feels like something James would do.
Yeah, no, James is very, he's like, no, it has to be proper spelling. I
It has
love
to be
that.
proper. Yes.
I do. I like James a lot. He's such a good guy.
I do too. It's not a criticism at all. I would have probably
This
done the
is-
same thing.
Right. Everyone heart Stargate, right?
Is the biggest entertainment pop expo in the Western Hemisphere. And this is a prime spot for
How many people are here?
this particular event. At its peak, it was around 120,000 for the whole weekend, but it hasn't had those numbers since like 2011, 2012, because basically the fire marshal capped it because people were risking their lives and could potentially get burned to death. It's at a certain number of people, it just becomes impossible to manage everyone. There were people who were getting killed in traffic.
Yeah.
One or two higher profile ones.
When was the last time we were at Comic-Con, Shane? Was it during the Orville experience?
Orville experience, yeah.
Yeah.
2018, 19.
So last time we went there, it was, and we went there the year before with Orlando Jones, right? I believe.
Oh, the year before was Orlando. Yeah. So it was Orlando the year before, and then the next year was the Orville experience, which we did with a whole bunch of up and coming YouTubers.
Yeah, with people. Yeah.
You watched.
So we went to Comic-Con first with Orlando Jones, the actor. We were helping him on a project, and he got us in. And it was crazy because when you get there, if you've ever been there, it's like sardines, bro. Everyone's packed in, especially like the popular areas. It's very difficult to get by. And then we had this like 6'5" skinny, Orlando Jones, who was just sort of breezing through the crowds. And me and Shane, being more hefty guys, are really struggling to get to where he's going. And I thought, well, this has to be because we're with Orlando Jones and he's famous, So the next year when we went to go see the Orville experience, we thought it would be different. Oh, it's going to be a little off, it's going to start where it's off of the strip and then it's going to go to the main hall, then it's going to go to the hall. And it wasn't. It was packed, guys. Like packed shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't move. And the reason that was the last time I went to Comic-Con was because I am so tired of that experience. When I went to Comic-Con when I was younger, before it got super popular, it was more of it was less crowded, and you can actually communicate with projects and comic book people and TV people, and now it's just packed full of sweaty normies, and it's just.
But honestly, it is better than it was around that time period from 2016 to 2019, because during that time was when the whole Endgame, thing was happening. Everything nowadays, there's been kind of a little bit. I mean, it's still, you watch David walk around Comic-Con and you're like, oh, that's not the Comic-Con of 2018.
Okay. Maybe we should go back one day.
Yeah, but just remember, food. Just remember though that Amazon will probably frustratingly get the wrong message from this. They'll see this and go, "We're announcing officially today that we are going to be doing a sequel to Battlefield Earth." That's kind of where Amazon are right now.
Jeez,
I gotta be honest. I would watch a sequel to Battlefield Earth.
You would.
I will.
Can't get any worse, can it?
Yeah, this is starting to look like Comic-Con to me.
I believe it's the
Jeez.
Is that where they're meeting?
Right below.
I'm just gonna scan through a little bit.
Amazon canceled. I have a Marine uniform. It's a Digiflage, but it's not.
Celebrate their fandom, and this is one of the pipelines where everyone comes into the
Oh,
event.
look, there's the Doomsday green. Oh yeah, that's right. Doomsday had a big presence there. Oh, that's right. Right now they're doing Doomsday stuff.
They are.
And
let me see if there's any news. I'll look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That is not
a pedicab.
That just tells me
you didn't even try.
So they talked to a lot of people.
Let's have a look around.
I will put the link to this in the description for you guys to see it. It's actually pretty great. David's a really, really good guy. Almost everyone involved that I've interacted with the Stargate thing are just really good people, like really solid folks, man. And you know, when we were doing Stargate stuff, Star Trek stuff, that really wasn't the case. Like there were good people in the Star Trek fandoms that were trying to get the Star Trek legacy and all that, and even people in the Orville. But there was also a lot of like just dirtbags. You know what I mean? Like it sort of sucked how many dirtbags there were inside of those other fandom movements. But I haven't met a single dirtbag in the Stargate movement. Everyone's great. You know, I mean, a couple grifters, but no one's blatantly just like antagonistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's grifters. Everyone's gonna have grifters, but no one's antagonistic. Is what I was trying to say. So I thought that was interesting. Before we leave, there's also a little bit of cameo stuff going on. I told you guys I wanted to play these cameos when they popped up. So let me show you the one I thought was the best one. 1 second.
Who's it this time?
I believe it's. Let's hold on. I'll tell you right now. This guy. Yes, one of our favorites, bro. You remember this guy, man?
Yeah. Good bounty hunter.
Yeah, the bounty hunter. You know, by the way, I remember watching this episode with you and being like, why did we not get more of this guy?
I know.
He was so great.
He was a great character.
Great
I
character.
wanted more of it. Superb.
So this comes from Fan Cheered. He's in the chat right now, I think, and Wheels of the System. You can go check out their account on Twitter. They post all these cameos nonstop. This is what he says.
Hey guys, Mike Dopewood here, otherwise known as Varro on Stargate Universe, or Kirik on Stargate Atlantis, or maybe even Odi Ventrell on SG-1, to name a few. Firstly, I would like to start off by thanking all the fans for all their support, and let's keep advocating to save Stargate. Let's keep it up, guys. Let's see, I've got a couple interesting tidbits here. Why don't we ask our costume designer, Valerie Halverson, as to why did all my characters on all the Stargate series have to wear leather? Things that make you go, Yeah. Here's another.
Because you're attractive,
story.
dude.
As some of you guys know, I was a stuntman originally when I started in the film industry, and I remember at one point, I think it was season 3 or 4 of SG-1, Richard Dean Anderson just looked over at me and starts laughing. I said, what's going on? And he goes, how many times have I killed you on this show? He goes, 20, 30. So that was always funny to me. It's one of those stories that I always remember. Now, I'd like to conclude this by giving a special thanks to the Brain Shop podcast host, Brian, for the...
He said Brain Shop.
Yeah.
Brain Shop.
He said, well, thank you, Fan Cheer, for Brain Shop and Brian. I appreciate that. By the way, now we are going to be the Podcast Brothers, okay? So we're changing it to match our main channel so that we have more reach, and it's just easier. I don't have to do graphics twice.
Save the Stargate
But thank you for it,
Cameo
Fan Cheer.
Initiative. He's doing a lot of great work for us. And let's not forget, let's keep it up, guys. All right? Let's save Stargate. Have a great day.
I do like this guy a lot. Okay. That was pretty awesome.
Stargate. Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. And for Fan Cheer for $5, slew of Stargate family messages from team Save Stargate cameo ladies, more Joe Flanagan, Corin Nemec, TJ, a.k.a. Elena Huffman, SGU, Mike DuPont. Pretty great. I actually am enjoying those a lot. Not just because he keeps mentioning my name, because that's cool, because I like the characters. Yeah. All right, well, this is awesome. I appreciate you guys following us on this update. Unless you guys have something else, I'm going to ask the comment section one question. Are we slowing down? Because I'm not slowing down. And if we're not slowing down, then in the comment section, put hashtag Save Stargate right now. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, guys. What the hell's wrong with my mouth?
So I did ask a question in the chat. So because I want to get a feel for what we have going on. And I think the problem is that Amazon's not putting out an announcement, and it feels like they're doing us dirty, even worse, by not even commenting about this cancellation of Amazon. So I did ask everybody, do you think Amazon will hear the fans and let Martin Garrow make new Stargate? And it is 67% no. And the reason I think that people feel that way is because despite everything that we've done, Amazon hasn't shown us the respect of coming out and addressing this. Like, if you're going to make a big boy decision, and you're going to have big balls about something, why don't you come out and own that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get disrespectful or nothing, but Blaine, why don't you come out and own that shit, man? Okay.
Is it Blaine or Brett?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's Blaine because I think it's such a
whatever his name is. That loser.
Blaine. Yeah, Blair.
Blair.
You don't want
Blair Fetterman.
You don't want an incredibly short Brit getting angry because trust me, mate, you got to get Stargate coming back because I bite and I go in low. So just renew it. We'll call it what it is. We'll move forward. Everything will be great. Get Martin and Joe and everyone back on. Let's crack on. Don't give us flipping Alien Earth 7 or something else that you're going to announce instead of Stargate. Give us what people want, Yeah,
it's going to go from like right now us like, hey, change your decision to, okay, now we're mad. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but you can tell that people are starting to lose hope that this tact is not working, and now perhaps it needs to be something a little more.
Yeah, we're in the bargaining stage right now. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want us to get. You don't want us to get to the anger stage. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. So come on out with an official statement and let's talk about it.
So here's what's going on.
Shane.
At Save. Go ahead, John.
I just saying. I think Shane's right on this, and I think there once was a time when studios would come out and they would just say, look, we've officially cancelled or rested a show. These are the reasons why. I mean, hell, they just did it with Doctor Who. Thank goodness that's rested. But it's just like, at least treat what would have been a potentially large audience with some respect, and just say, okay, we haven't, even if they came out and said, we haven't definitely said no to it. That's the reason why we've been quiet. We're just thinking about things for now. We'll come back to you. But we want yes. We want yes.
Yeah, they're silent. As someone said in the chat, I think it was Lord Toth, they're just waiting for us to get tired. But we don't get tired.
We don't get tired.
Right?
By the way, this is go to savestargate.com/events to see the events. This is what's up next. The World. I don't know what that means, but it's called The World.
Oh, there's a couple of, they announced something, I think. They announced a couple things. Go back and watch the 7 p.m. live stream. There's an announcement.
Yes.
I think that's actually the.
And there's also a podcast with David and Michael Shanks, which is gonna be cool.
That's the one. But there are more events that they're paying for. They're even trying to generate a little bit more income to finish off two things.
The space one is gonna be cool. So they went to America, the international, the world, and now space. And there's a classified thing there about flying some cool Stargate stuff into space. So stay tuned for that. Trust me, that's on August 8th. It's not even that far away. FYI.
No, it's close.
It's gonna be cool. But that's it for the Stargate update. We're gonna try to update you every week. That is week 7, I think's update. Hopefully,
Save Stargate.
Yeah, of hashtag Save Stargate. So let's keep this thing going. We're not stopping. We're not slowing down, Amazon. We're not stopping, Amazon. Okay. Hashtag Save Stargate. Hit the comment section. Hashtag Save Stargate. Let's light it up, boys. Woo! All right. Well, we're going to the members section in about 6 minutes. I made sure to time this thing correctly this time so that we're not out of time.
Okay.
I want to make sure there's enough time for us to do two things. A, plug the membership. The members section is really cool. We talk for about an hour. We hang out. We get freaky, naughty, and we have a good time. It's it's the best private member show on YouTube that doesn't involve much nudity. Okay, PG-13. Also, super chats. Fan cheered says for $5. Amazon will have to say something. None of us are going anywhere, and we are not getting tired. They canceled. It's not like that with 100% Rotten Tomatoes. Oh yeah, they really? That means they weren't making any money on it, dude. Anyway, okay, thank you for that. Appreciate that, fan cheer. And by the way, fan cheer.
Like it's not that. Okay.
Yeah, another show. There's another show they canceled that 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. By the way, fan cheer. Thank you for the cameo throwback, the call outs. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
But we are changing the name of our show back to the Popcast. Before we were trying to make the shows a separate thing, but now we've slowly just gotten right back into entertainment. So we're just gonna solidify this as the Popcast Brothers Live, and this channel will now be the Popcast Brothers Live. So we're going back.
Our main channel is the Popcast Brothers,
right?
And it used to be, if you want the whole story, it used to be the Popcast, but that we figured that we should probably personalize ourselves since it's we're brothers. So on the main channel, it's Popcast Brothers, and then we decided since John is a brother from another mother, we would just go Popcast Brothers Live,
right?
And so yeah.
And also from fans here for $2, Shanks reposting your inbox, some good ones. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And another one from fans here, Tori Higginson, Suzanne Braun, Shanks repost. Awesome. Okay, by the way, fans here, appreciate the support, man. Or
absolutely,
sis.
We need to go back up to John Burns, where we have some Spaceballs ones.
So no Popcast Brothers Rewind. What about Popcast Brothers Coffin Cast? Goodness gracious. Look, the Brain Show is fun, but it's also confusing. I'm tired of people making fun of it that we misspelled it because they don't understand the joke.
It's one of those moments where we were probably too clever. We thought it was clever. We were too clever.
Yeah, and we keep trying to be too clever. We started with the Popcast. That was too clever. But we're stuck with it. So you know what? Everything's going to be the Popcast from now on. That's just it. The Popcast Brothers Live. And one day we're going to do the Popcast Brothers Sleeping. And that'll be another channel where it's just ASMR of Shane sleeping.
Scary, by the way.
Okay. From Kenneth the Rogue just sent 5 Popcast Brothers Live gift memberships. My dude. Woo! Kenneth the Rogue continues to be our super legendary producer. I appreciate that, my friend.
Thank you, Ken. Okay,
also, tomorrow we are going to do Stargate SG-1 again. Watch along with John on John's channel, which is Sci-Fi Chronicles 79. And we're coming up on the finale of this season. And couldn't be happy. Season 5. It's going to be great. Great season so far. Join us at 12:30 p.m. PST for that. Get your snacks and log on to join me, John, Jeff from Sons and Shadows, and this some dude we found on the streets. His name is Gary. Okay, guys.
We have a little more super chats.
Oh, okay, we do it. All right. Did I miss some
head up a little more. John Burns for $2.79. Spaceballs, the wokest one. LOL.
Where's that?
So that'd be another one of their spinoffs.
Where's that? Where do you see that? I don't see that in here.
After Monkey Jeebus, welcome to cast member.
It's not on my screen anymore.
Okay. Well, it's there. Thank you, John Burns, for the $2.79.
Appreciate that.
Also for $2.79, I loved when Dot Matrix Virgin alarm went off. That was when Vespa was getting a little too hot and bothered. That was actually fantastic.
That's great.
Love that one. And of course, Kenneth LaRoque for $5. Thank you so much, Ken. He's talking about Rick Moranis here. He quit to raise his kids after his wife died. His kids are old enough that he didn't have to worry about them now. Simple answer. Makes total sense, and I agree.
I apologize for missing that super chat. My super chat thing is a little broken, and when I refresh, it resets it. I apologize. I missed those.
This is why we're a team.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, Kenneth the Rook reminding us for $2. You missed some super chats. The legendary Kenneth the Rook, everyone. Give it up.
So that he had to pay to remind us is sad, but thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
All right. This is John's channel, Sci-Fi Chronicles 79. It's linked in the thing. And you can also find us at mixtees.com. That's how we support ourselves. This is the Brain Show one. That's going to change to Popcast Brothers Live pretty soon. Which means Popcast will have 2 things on it. Popcast Brothers and Popcast Brothers Live, I guess.
Yes.
But you can buy anything at Mixtees. Use coupon code BRAIN or Popcast for 10% off. show us you love us, and get some really cool stuff. My favorite thing of all so far on this entire thing is the shirt that John's wearing. It's called Freaky Naughty. Guys, say goodbye. We have 20 seconds.
Naughty. Thank you, everybody. Been a great show tonight. Great hanging out with you guys. And come and join us in the members section. Otherwise, we'll see you on the Sci-Fi Chronicles tomorrow night for Stargate Watch Party. Let's get freaky naughty, everyone. Yeah,
that's right. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. We love
Talk
you.
over it. Talk over it. Oh wait, it's the wrong one. Dang it.
Outro.
I played the wrong outro too.
Oh.